a hot, very humid night. Kell beat a good South Paulding team. They beat them pretty badly that night. Of course, Kell came back. They had their 2 losses in non-region play. They end up winning their first region title, I think, since 2014?
2016.
2016,
so
Fred.
Title since 2016.
Yeah, 2016. And we'll keep you up to date. There are going to be, of course, everybody back at the SCORE Atlanta headquarters in Roswell, and our guy Seth Ellerby down in Macon with his scoring team. Make sure you get that app. You can go on Apple or Android and get the SCORE Atlanta app and keep up with all the games. Cartersville won the toss, and they will, of course, get the ball in the second half. They will kick to Kell right now. And stick with us tonight. It's been a long time since I've done a tremendous. I did a lot of TV when my younger years at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution with WSB TV and stuff like that. So hang with us tonight as 95 for Cartersville, and that is Ramsey Rowell will kick off. He kicks it short. Kell gets it at about the 25-yard line, and he's got some room to run.
Nice return there by Joel Cumbray.
Yep, nice return, about 15 to 18 yards. And Kell will push the ball out, and they'll start at their own, it looks like 46-yard line on the Kell offense. Of course, their quarterback, Caleb, I think it's Narcisse.
That's it, Narcisse. Yep.
Narcisse has had a really good season.
Big,
and
strong
we got the offensive lineups brought to you by R.S. Andrews, the Kell offense. We talked about Caleb Narcisse, the quarterback, of course, Mooney Gibson, the running back for Kell. Really, I think the key for this game, don't you think, Fred?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's rushed for a lot of yards in his career, and he is the workhorse for the Kell Longhorns.
So we're going to get going here. About 7 seconds off the clock, right about the 42-yard line of Kell on first down. Marquise going to drop back. He's got some room. Picks up a receiver there at about the 45-yard line. He's got some room to move.
And that's big Tennessee commit there, Braden Rouse.
Yep. And, of course, Braden Rouse has had a great season for Kell.
Plays both sides of the ball, RJ.
And I think that's one of the differences in these two teams is you'll see Kell has a lot of guys that are playing both ways. But they moved down on that big play down to about the 20, let's see.
Oh, they're on the
23-yard line. You got much better eyesight than me, Fred. You got about 20 years on.
With these glasses on, I can see about anything.
All right. He's going to fake it. He's got some room to run. That's Narcisse.
That's going to be a big thing for them tonight. If he can get going and get in some form of a rhythm, that'll be huge for Kell.
Yeah, one of the things that we noticed for Cartersville's got a lot of strengths. I think Kell is going to try to hit that secondary pretty hard. Red zone is 1 second.
There's Mooney Gibson.
Got a first down. That's Mooney on the right tackle. It's a first down. And let's put that red zone back up. Red zone brought to you by the Iron Workers Local 387. Of course, we want to thank all our friends from all the unions, especially the Iron Workers, as they have been with us the entire season. So it's a first down. Kell's mixed it up pretty nicely, Fred, on these first couple of plays.
They have. Again, that was one of my keys to the game.
That's Mooney. And Cartersville's going to stop that one right up front. It's 54. Elijah Peak, who's their nose guard. We got the Cartersville defense brought to you by R.S. Andrews. We just mentioned the big nose guard, Elijah Peaks. In the middle, makes a big difference for Cartersville. Made a big tackle on that play.
I'll tell you, RJ, these hits are going to feel a little different tonight, as cold as it is. You know, the beginning of the week, it was, I believe, in the 70s. and we're out here at kickoff, and it's 37 degrees.
You got a little bit of breeze tonight, too. All right, that's Marquise back looking. He's going to Try to scramble out of it. He comes back to his right side. He's got some room to throw. Touchdown.
Huge play, huge throw right there by
Touchdown
Caleb.
brought to you by Zero FG Energy Drink. Who was that caught that one?
That was Braden Rouse.
Braden
Tennessee
Rouse.
Commit.
He got some time to throw, and Narcisse made a really nice play there.
Yeah, really good job for him to keep the play alive.
Yeah. Gets back to his right, and that's very difficult on the defensive backfield to hold your man right there. He's wide open. Nice play. And that's a big momentum builder for Kell to drive right down the field. About a 58-yard drive.
It is. You know, that's something that they have been struggling
extra
on.
Point. And that extra point was brought to you by Tim Eccles and Fitz Johnson, the commissioners. And I want to thank both of them for being with us the entire season. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Fred, you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did. Hey, way too much.
Yeah. We went to a place. It was actually with my daughter's in-laws. There were 4 turkeys for 21 people, and we also had, I think, a ham and a pork shoulder. It was very nice. So Kell gets off with the early score, 7-0 march down. That's a big opener.
That's a huge.
That's big
to start
for
a game with a touchdown, with a score. That is huge. Like you said, that is a huge momentum builder.
Yeah, Kell looked good on that drive, mixing up the run and the pass. And they're going to actually onside kick, and that's going to be fair caught. By number 6 for Cartersville.
I'm not sure if he was trying to onside that or if that was a pooch kick.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do there, but. All right, scoring summary presented to you by Breda Pest Management. All right, so we've got the offensive starters for Cartersville. They're led by their quarterback, Nate Russell. That's brought to you by R.S. Andrews. Brady Marchese, one of their receivers, Maddox Davis, also very good. And that ball's knocked out. Nice play.
They also got Langston Hogg there at center. He's a big-time O-lineman.
Yeah, that was Connor. I think that was Connor Foster. Was that Amar Luke? I think the big defensive end for Kell that actually knocked that ball down.
Yeah, Omar Luke, number 35.
Yep. Nice play by him. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Cartersville. They've got the ball on their own 47-yard line here at Kell. Quarterfinals. The drive for the GHSA state title. Russell goes back to pass, goes over the middle. Got his man. Missed tackle. It's number 11, and he is going to go all the way.
That is
for a touchdown.
Braden Marquise.
That is Braden Marquise for the 52-yard touchdown. So we, in the first less than 3 minutes of the game, have 2 scores already.
You know, RJ, we said this has a chance to be a high-scoring game. Yeah. It's already starting off with that.
Yeah, that was a missed tackle right there if you look at the replay. Nice move, good speed.
Yep, showed an example of his speed and why he's committed to Georgia.
All right, and so we'll get the extra point here. And that is good. And we have got a tie game with 9:31 left in the first quarter. Of course, again, that extra point's brought to you by Tim Eccles and Fitz Johnson, the commissioners who have been with us all season. Got a long night to go, but the first 2.5 minutes here, 2 scores. It is tied 7-7 Kell Cartersville, 3rd round quarterfinals of the GHSA playoffs.
heroes.
Fastest to 200 strikeouts.
The buzzer beaters. All-out blitzes. Where Friday night heroes rise and local legends reign. Your teams, your turf. Your local sports live on Peachtree Sports Network.
Six for all they've done for us this year. Of course, we're also on the Peachtree Sports Network. Quick score for you: Sequoia Roswell to begin the second quarter at 14-14. Fred, so a good game. Cartersville Ramsey Rowell will kick off. He kicks out to the 12. Kickoff brought to you by Legacy Structures, and he's got some room again to run. He's back up to about the same spot that he was before.
Yeah, that's Tony Forney Jr. on the return there. Big-time recruit. He's committed to Missouri. I think he's had about 3 or 4
The scoring summary
attempts.
is presented by Breda Pest Management as we got the long touchdown for Cartersville. I think Matt and all the people at Breda were sticking with us all year. I want to thank them for being a longtime sponsor of our Friday night games. All right, Kell's got the ball, Fred, back about the 43. They were, I think, at the 42 last time.
Field position might be very important tonight.
Yep. So Narcisse is going to hand the ball to Mooney Gibson, who picks up a couple of yards in the middle of Cartersville's line. And I think it's going to be really important, Fred, that Kell right now starts, slowing it down a little bit. I think it's going to be really important for them to try to keep Cartersville's offense off the field. What about second and a long 8 yards here? Mooney moves to his left, fakes and throws screen pass. It's a nice play. It's going to be close to a first down.
A way to hang in there. That play almost blew up. Caleb did a great job there of getting that ball off. Reception by Dante Grant.
Yeah, impressed with the quarterback for Kell, Narcisse. Moves around nicely, tough kid. Made a nice play there. So it'll be about third and a long 1. Early in the first quarter here in the GHSA quarterfinals. And Mooney's going to take the ball there. It's going to pick up the first down, and Moore's going to get the ball all the way down, Fred, to the 38-yard line. Looks like, Fred, that Kell's right now, their front 5 is doing a good job moving Cartersville off the ball.
Yes, they are. The balance is doing well. I know Cartersville probably came in here expecting to stop Mooney Gibson, but the Kell offensive coaches are doing a good job of providing some sort of balance.
Right, that's Elijah Peak on the tackle there, but 7 yards down the field. So you got a first down for Kell. A little under 8 left in the first quarter. Throws outside.
It's a good catch there by Brock Burris.
Yep, Burris on the catch there, picks up some yards. I like what Kell's doing right now. They've mixed it up nicely. A lot of short passes. Not giving Cartersville a great chance for those 2 big ends on those teams to get in the backfield. So it'll be about 2nd and 3. Long 3. We are early in this game, 7-7 between Cartersville and Kell here at Kell High School in Cobb County. Mooney's going to take the ball there. He's got some room to run around the outside, and he picks up the first down.
Oh, that's actually Jacob Carroll, number 20 there.
Jacob Carroll,
big
backup tailback for Kell. Thank you, Fred, on that.
Big back. Also plays both
One
sides
thing
of
you
the
really understand when you get older is your eyesight starts to go. And this ain't the NFL, so we don't have 3 spotters up here.
It's starting to hit me.
Yeah. All right, it's going to be a first down at the 25. All right, now he's going to take the ball himself, and he is going to be wrapped up. And that is number 25 for Cartersville. That's Kylan Pope, one of the linebackers. Made a nice play on that one.
That's a 2028. Kylan Pope, he's already 6'2 and a half, 234 pounds, 2028.
Probably going to give him some NIL money in a couple of years. That's a 2-yard loss, which backs Kell up on second down, about 2nd and 12 with about the 28-yard line. Drop back, he's going to roll left. Throws got a guy right in the middle of the field.
Nice play by Caleb, taking what's given to him.
Yeah. It's going to be all right. We are in the red zone presented by Iron Workers Local 387. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 yards for Kell. About halfway through the first quarter, tied at 7. He's going to hand it to Mooney, and he is going to be really close. I think he got, yes, he did. He got the first down.
Just real patient and ready there by Mooney Gibson.
Yeah, he's got, his eyesight's much better than ours. He's one of those backs that can sort of see out of the sides of his eyes.
Yeah, no clue how he found that hole, but he did.
Did a good job there. So it's going to be a first down right inside the 15-yard line for Kell. So far, the offensives have commanded this game.
It's a great game plan right now. They seem like they're doing what they want.
Yep. So he's going to look. He's got a guy wide open, and it was a nice play.
Great play by the DB there, number 7.
That was number 7.
Caden Kent.
A nice play by Caden Kent.
Another 2028.
2K. They call him 2K. 2K Kent. So it'll be second down. And that's a play Kell needs if they're going to win this game.
You're absolutely right.
A nice throw. So it'll be second down and 10. So Kell goes up to the line. Mooney's going to move to the left of Narcisse. He's going to throw. He's got his guy, and it's a nice catch.
Very nice grab there. So again, Braden Rouse, the Tennessee committed at linebacker. But he has 3 big catches on the night in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Nice catch. Gets a first. It's going to be a 2nd and about 1. Excuse me. It's going to be 3rd down and about 1. We're in one of these odd-shaped Cobb County press boxes, so we have to sort of lean in and out. Cartersville coaches are right next to me, and
hey, listen,
Kell's
they have
on the other side
here. I texted Coach May earlier today and told him to preheat the press box for us.
Well, I've got the window open. All right, that's Mooney. He's going to go up the middle, and he is going to be stopped at about.
He's about at the 1-yard line, but
That's
he did
be
pick
a
up the
first down. Yep. First down for Kell. 4:40 left in the first quarter. Here on the drive for the GHSA title, brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Kenny Mullins and Randy Beal are friends downtown. So Kell,
they're threatening again.
Yep. Fred, I'll tell you what, Kell looks really good right now.
You know, the strength of Kell has been their defense, but their offense is showing a little something
Mooney's
tonight.
at the middle, and he's going to score. And the lights are going to go on and out. Zero FG touchdown presented to you by Zero FG Energy Drink. And Kell's going to go up 13-7, and we're going to see Fernando Tavares, come on and kick the extra point
That's another
Kell,
touchdown
trying to put them up by 7 points.
From Mooney there. I believe that's 26 or 27 on the season there. So
it's a nice drive. Well, they're getting the ball in good field position.
Yep.
I mean, that's the key, Fred.
Big returns.
We thought that this was going to be, and it might not be, but it is so far, and that's good. All right. So it is 14-7, Kell. Still in the first quarter, 4:10 left. Want to thank Tim Eccles and Fitz Johnson. The commissioners want to wish them a very happy Thanksgiving as we continue in this first quarter here on the drive for the GHSA state title. Brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Man, you know how to do this? Man, I don't even know. I was flipping burgers last week.
Violation, unsportsmanlike conduct, impersonating a craftsman.
Skilled trade unions are well-trained career pros, not part-timers. Construction is a rewarding and lucrative career with advancement potential, but you have to do it the right way with the right training. Learn how you can be a pro. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
What sets us apart? At the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, we are guided by the mission to serve and protect through dedication, professionalism, active cooperation with the community, and respect for human dignity. Our core values, integrity, service, respect, and progress, are at the heart of everything we do. If you are ready to make a difference, join our law enforcement family. Start your career today with the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office by applying at gogcso.com. Your future awaits.
Nobody wants to hear the word roaches because who wants to admit they have roaches?
I actually found some weird roaches. I didn't know what they were. I decided to choose Breda. I reached out to them. They check in routinely. They're explaining what they're doing. So there's a lot of clarity in the process as well. I think that just speaks to the level of safety that I feel with the organization.
The facts are, roaches are everywhere in our environment. So what are you doing to keep them out of your home?
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by Score Atlanta. Check out our brand new website at scoreatl.com. Georgia high school sports have never looked better. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 613. Electrify your career. Sports Turf. We pursue perfection because it's your legacy. And by Kroger. Enjoy free delivery, 2 times fuel points, streaming benefits, and more with Boost from Kroger.
All right, welcome back to Kell High School. I.J. Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell coming off the bench tonight to do this quarterfinal cold game here in Cobb County as Cartersville and Kell go at it. Real quickly, some scores. Fred Grayson 7-0 over Carrollton. North Gwinnett's got a 15-7 lead right now over West Forsyth. Valdosta up, down, south over Walton, 7-0. Woodward Academy 12-7 over Thomas County Central. That's a good score. So we've got a kickoff presented by Legacy Structures as Kell will kick the ball up. They kick a little pooch kick. They're not going to tell a fair catch here. And they're going to get the ball up to about the 36-37 yard line. A few more scores for you. It looks like right now, I want to see what the Roswell, Fred. Roswell Sequoia right now 14-14 in the second quarter. Jackson County 17-14 over Rome. Scoring summary, Mooney's second touchdown of the game presented by Breda Pass Management. Couple of other scores, Benedictine 28-0 over Central Carrollton. Maris up 10-0 over North Coney right now. That would be a little bit of an upset there. Cairo 21-14 over Jefferson, and Jenkins and West Lawrence 7-7. So that play stopped by Kell. And this is what Kell needs to do, I think, to try to slow Cartersville down. They've got to get some time off the clock We're at 3:46 in the first quarter. Already 21 points scored, Fred. So
yeah, it looks like
both these teams are. Yeah. We'll see if defenses can settle up. Cartersville right now. And that's Russell. He's got a man, and that's that should have been
almost
an interception
over there.
Now, Russell had his man open, but underthrew him. And
looks like it's Joel Cumbe over there.
Yeah. Should have had that one. He's going to look at that on film and kick himself a little bit. All right, 3rd and 10. As Cartersville's Nate Russell brings them up to the line in a shotgun. He's going to back up. He's got some time, and now he is going down.
Huge play there by the Kell defense. That's Jacob Carroll. Had a carry earlier in the game on offense, and now he's making plays on defense.
Number 20 for Kell, and Cartersville is going to have to, we're going to see the first punt of the game. Nice play. I'll tell you what, Kell looks good right now. They're fired up. Both these teams are really good. Cartersville is a special team this year. There's no doubt about it. But, Kell has tremendous talent, and they've been on a really good streak since a couple of early non-region losses. We'll see a punt now.
We got Braden Rouse back on the return.
And that's a bad. Now Kell has put themselves in a great position. Looked like the snap was a little bit high there. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Take a look at that. No. The snap was good. He just wasn't looking at it.
Just wasn't able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Huge play, huge opportunity for Kell here. Have to capitalize on it.
All right, let's go to Breda Pest Management. Knows your house inside and out with a customized treatment plan that stops any bugs and critters. Breda does it right, protecting the inside and outside of your home. It's the bugs inside your house that you want gone. Breda, they handle bugs and critters. So that's a huge break for Kell right there. They've got the ball at Cartersville's 18-yard line. Looked like the punter for Cartersville just took his eye off the ball. Let's see what Kell here does. So Narcisse going to hand off to Mooney. And again, that big offensive line for Kell's pushing Cartersville back. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on that run.
Mooney's doing a great job just grinding out yards tonight.
Yeah, and I think, it's clock management, Fred. I mean, the way for Kell to win this game is to keep their offense on the field as long as they can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because eventually Cartersville is going to get it, like they did on the first possession.
When you got a back that has over 1,900
Red Zone
all-purpose yards.
is presented by Iron Workers Local 387. I'm sorry, Fred, I interrupted you. What'd you say?
No, just Mooney with over 1,900 all-purpose yards, and he's grinding it out again tonight.
Yep, he's going to hit the hole again. This time it looks like Cartersville's got him racked up, but he falls forward, and I think that's what you want to see, Fred, of any running back.
It looks like Mooney Gibson's shaking up a little bit on that play.
He's going to come out. Looks like maybe that left ankle got him a little bit. So that means that number 20,
who just had a big sack on defense, is back in on offense.
Yeah, and like we said, Kell has to play a lot of kids both ways. That's always sort of what they've had to do to be competitive. So Narcisse is going to fake it. He's going to go up the middle. We saw a lot of that from the Tech quarterback, and he is going to be pushed out. And that's going to be
got a flag down.
He got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on Kell, too. It's like the linemen are headed back. Let's see what the officials do there. Get a chance to meet the officials in a minute or two.
That's an underrated part of Caleb's game there, is his ability to be able to run.
Yep. So it reminded me of the Tech quarterback a little bit.
Holding.
All right, you got the officials brought to you by Army ROTC. Jason James, you're seeing there, is the referee. Chris Barnes, umpire. Joey Dorsey, one of the side judges. And that's brought to you. The officials every week are brought to you by Army ROTC, our friends over there. So He's going to back him up pretty good here, Fred. That's a costly mistake there.
It is. It's also 3rd and 14 now.
Yep.
Got a ways to go to get the first down.
Let's go back up. He's going to, and he is going to go down, but got back up to Fred. It looked like he got back to the line of scrimmage. See if they kick a field goal here on 4th down.
Big sack there. Time's winding down here in the first quarter.
Yep. 48 seconds left in the first quarter right now. Kell up 14-7, drive for the GHSA state title. Brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. So I think that's going to be Fernando Tavares kicking the field goal from about 40 yards, right inside the right hash. High snap. He got the ball down, though. It looks like that is going to be good. Nice kick. So Kell is going to take a 10-point lead, 17-7 over Cartersville, and that's big right there. They made a mistake, Fred.
Yep.
But they were able to get away with 3 points. I mean, any points in this game is going to mean a lot, especially for Kell.
Great job by the holder there, too, on that high snap to get that ball down.
Yeah, he did a good job of, getting down. Don't forget, we got a great halftime show, Landon Knight. We're handling our halftime show, plus our post-game show. We'll have it back at the Score Atlanta studios in Roswell. You'll be able to get all the scores and the brackets. We'll talk a little bit more with Fred as we see some of these scores. Grayson just scored to take a 7-0 lead over Carrollton. That right there is a state championship game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a state championship preview there. Played for it last year, so they're going at it again.
All right, a couple updates. North Gwinnett 15-7 over West Forsyth. Said earlier, Valdosta has a 7-0 lead over Walton. Roswell Sequoia still tied up. Right now, LaGrange has beaten Stevenson 17-7. A little bit of an upset here. Sumter County a 17-6 lead over Carter. Good friends with the head coach over there. So as Kell hits off, the ball's going to bounce, and it looks like it's going to be about an 8 or 9 yard return. I think 29 for Cartersville. I think that's is that Ty and Co? 29. This Cartersville roster is unbelievable. Ty and Co, yeah. Ty and Co. He is their main kick returner for Cartersville. And Cartersville is set up pretty good field position right outside the 30-yard line as we tick down to the last few seconds of this quarter. This will be the last play of this one. A little run up the middle.
I tell you what, Kell's defense is looking very physical tonight.
Yep. That was Braylon Hill, the running back for Cartersville, on the run there, and that'll take us to the end of the quarter. Fred Mitchell, I.J. Rosenberg, another member of our team, Landon Knight. Don't forget, got a great halftime show coming up. We've had a heck of a first quarter. Right now, Cartersville down 17-7.
The Skyhawks are taking flight, so strap in, Atlanta. This is how the Southside does G League basketball. Catch all the action as the Skyhawks take on the Westchester Knicks, Tuesday at 11 on Peachtree Sports Network.
At Gray Digital Media, we help you leverage the power of Google and reach the right audience on YouTube with creative campaigns tailored to boost your views and your sales. Gray Digital Media. We know local. GDMAtlanta.com.
Okay, going back to one. This industry is my life. The Georgia film industry feeds my children, and it feeds my dreams, which are two very important things. The film community is a real vital ecosystem. You can make a living in an incredible town.
Real jobs, real impact. Support Georgia Films. Visit whygeorgia.com.
The big names, the big games, the big moments. Hawks A-list matchups happen on Peachtree Sports Network. We're all about the rivalries, the games that come with bragging rights, the ones where Hawks take on the best in the NBA.
Jalen for three.
Where we show the league.
Drives, floater.
We different. It all goes down right here on Peachtree Sports Network, home of the Hawks A-list.
On behalf of the Georgia State Building Trades, we're excited to bring you the second quarter. Just like building a great football team, the State Building Trades build strong careers, even stronger communities. From apprenticeships to expert craftsmen, the Georgia State Building Trades keeps Georgia moving forward.
All right, we're back. Drive for the GHSA state title. I.J. Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell. We made it through the first quarter.
Made it through.
Brandon Adams and Rusty Mansell and Kaylee Mansell. I think they had the over-under of us making it at the first quarter, so we beat them.
Hey, I have a different appreciation for those guys on Friday nights now.
You do. No, I appreciate you filling in tonight. That's going to be, ooh. That was a touchdown right there.
Headed to Brady. It
was a great throw by Nate Russell. That's number one. Brady is Marchese, isn't it?
Yes.
Brady Marchese. Yep. Ooh, going to look back at that one. A couple of passes so far have been dropped by Cartersville receivers. Good throw.
Tell you what, IJ, I just got a text from a score down south, and it looks like TCC is down 19-14.
Wow.
To Woodward Academy.
Yeah.
That would be an upset.
Academy, we've watched them many, many years. They're always a tough team to play in the playoffs. You don't want to play them. All right, so Cartersville has got a third down here. Russell's going to go back. They're putting some pressure on her. He's running against throws. He's going to go out of bounds after about a 2 or 3 yard game. So it looks like Cartersville is probably going to have to punt again.
Looks like it's going to be third down.
I'm sorry, yeah, thank you, Fred. It's third down. This is 3rd and about 4 for Cartersville right here. Both quarterbacks have good feet.
Yeah.
They both move well to both sides. And that was, of course, Russell was running against the way he throws there. So
it is 4th down.
It is 4th down. So it is 4th down. So Cartersville is going to punt here.
Got the quarterback back there to punt.
Yep.
Always got to watch for a fake in these situations.
And that is not a very good punt. That's going to back up and hit Cartersville player. So Kell, Kell's going to get great field position here at about the 44. All right. So we've got the big T-Mobile championship concert coming up, free live concert at the SEC championship. It'll be a couple hours before the game. We'll have Ludacris next Saturday, the Dr. Pepper SEC Fanfare. That will be live on Marty and McGee on the SEC network, and we love working with the Southeastern Conference. Of course, the big game tomorrow, or actually the big game going on right now between Texas A&M and Texas. You got the big Alabama-Auburn Iron Bowl tomorrow, those two games will decide who is in the SEC championship. And Ludacris, well, of course, he is from Atlanta, but they'll be doing that'll be a good concert.
I might need to make an appearance at that one, Jay.
Yeah.
You know, Luda was back in my heyday there.
I'll tell you a funny story about one of Ludacris's songs later. All right, so Kell's got the ball back with a 10-point lead, just about 30 seconds into the second quarter. They've got the ball on their own 42. They flip the card here.
Another strong run by Caleb there.
Yep, Caleb Narcisse, the quarterback for Kell, makes about a 6-yard run there. He's doing a good job reading. Cartersville right now is in a situation where I think they're going to have to get to halftime to be able to make some adjustments to what Kell is doing.
Mooney Gibson back in the game. He was shaking up a little bit there.
They've got him spread out, don't they?
Oh, they got both backs in there, Mooney and Jacob Carroll.
So Mooney's back in the backfield now. Let's see what Kell does here on 2nd and 4, and they give the ball to Gibson, and Mooney's got
another first down.
Got another first down. Second effort.
Grinding yards out tonight. And that's what you need. That type of stuff right there wears down a defense.
Yeah. And look, I mean, going into this game, we knew the firepower that Cartersville had offensively. But this is what Kell needs to do. They need to keep the ball away from Cartersville as much as possible because Cartersville can score very, very quickly. So it's going to be first down in Kell. They've got the ball at the Cartersville 47-yard line. Marcy's going to hand the ball off to Mooney again. This time Cartersville is ready for him. That's the big Elijah Peak, I think, made that one. It's tough running, tough going up the middle with that big 54 for Cartersville at nose guard. So the clock's running just under 10 minutes here. Drive for the GHSA state title quarterfinal matchup at Kell High School between Kell and Cartersville. Chilly night, a little bit of a breeze. Great crowd from Cartersville. You can see when our cameras move up a little bit. Cartersville looks like they brought about half the city tonight. All right, he's back to throw. He's going to jump out of it. I don't know if he's going to get away with it that time. He threw it. I don't see a receiver in that area.
Might have a flag on that one.
I don't see
anything
yet.
on the ground yet.
And that's the difference, Fred, between the college football and high school football, because in college football, there would be somebody up in the box that would have called down to the field. He did drop the flag. Yeah, he dropped the flag. So it looks like they are going to get intentional grounding. We'll see what the head official decides to do on this
there, but
what I was saying is that that's what happens in college football now. They just call down to the crew on the field. Intentional grounding.
Offense, 5 yards from the spot of the foul. Foul carries a loss of down. Be third down.
Yeah, that's a big penalty on Kell, because not only is it 5 yards from where the quarterback threw the ball, but it's also a loss of down. So it will be third down now and forever for Kell.
It's third in the country mile.
I think right here, if you're Kell, you got to be really, really careful. You got a long way to go for a first down. You want to keep the clock running. You see what Marchese does, the quarterback for Kell. He's going to throw the ball. He's going to run. He's got a lot of room, but he's going to just slide down. I think that's a smart move, Fred.
It is.
Be careful. Don't make a mistake there. Punt the ball. Turn it over to your defense, Fred. All right, so we're going to get a punt from Kell here. Tavares, who also kicks field goals and kicks off, will also do the punting for Kell. It's Kell's first punt of the game. And that's not a good snap.
Little rookie snap. Oh.
Very difficult kick. Looked like that ball was deflected, wasn't it? All right, we are going to be back. That was a deflected punt, so Cartersville is going to be in really good shape. You are watching the drive for the GHSA state title, brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Dang, where you get this car?
You need to join the union.
The union?
Absolutely. You can get 10 of these.
Union construction workers earn the highest wages with the best benefits and the most protection in the construction industry. Find your career in construction. Go to GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com and start your future today.
Struggling with food insecurity can feel lonely, yet every community across America is affected by hunger, which is why our Kroger associates work together to rescue nutritious food that would otherwise go to waste in an effort to donate 3 billion meals by 2025. Because we believe everyone should have access to fresh, delicious food. Join the Kroger Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation to defeat hunger and eliminate food waste.
World-class training isn't just for leaders well on their way. It's for the ones just getting their footing. Seasoned pros learn through real-world experience. But so do young cadets. No other career path gives you leadership instruction that's so tested, so successful, so early. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
Georgia's Rome is the place to be this holiday season. Visit our vibrant downtown. Enjoy live concerts. Go ice skating. Shop holiday markets. And book a Christmas trolley tour. Make your weekend getaway one to remember. Plan your fun now at romegeorgia.org.
All right, welcome back to the drive for the GHSA state title. Fred Mitchell, I.J. Rosenberg with you right now. Kell up 17-7, but Cartersville's got good field position, but Kell made a really good defensive play there.
Yeah, nice tackle there by number 0, Alexander Jean.
I'll tell you what, Kell's ready to play today. That's for sure. Update on Carrollton Grayson, that Cartersville drive. First drive was 2 plays with 1 touchdown. Next 2 drives, 6 plays and 2 punts. So Kell's defense instead of real update on the Carrollton Grayson game, 14-14 the second quarter right now as Russell throws the ball. And Kell's defensive back makes a nice play there. It's number 4. Jalen Williams, cornerback for Kell.
Huge hit by Jalen Williams. Believe he's committed to Arizona State.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the number of commitments, especially on the Kell team. That's incredible. How many players they have that'll move on to big schools after the season.
With signing day right around the corner on Wednesday.
Then we'll have a big signing day show on Wednesday. She'll be able to watch. We'll talk a little bit about that later. It's third down. As Russell goes back to pass, got a little pressure there, and he is going to go down again.
Another sack by
Kell
Omar Luke.
I'll tell you what, Kell is really, Bobby May has this team in good position right now to stay with a very, very good Cartersville team. So we'll see what Cartersville does here. I think Cartersville's going to punt.
They've really hit their stride, especially after the loss to Lowndes. Looks like they've hit their stride, and they gutted out that win against BT 3-0.
I can't imagine Kell playing in the game and only scoring 3 points. BT too. We've got a Cartersville punt, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to go down to about the 5-yard line. Nice punt. All right, you got the Kell resume coming up. We'll take a look at their season and how they've done. Head coach Bobby May, 4th season as a head coach, 36-11, coming over from Westlake. Last season, 7-5. Made it to the second round. We've got some great players here. Jonathan Dwyer, of course, got a chance to watch Dwyer play. Had a great career at Georgia Tech. Also played for the Steelers. Quincy Magger and Brendan Langley, who both played at Georgia. So they've got a lot of good players, Fred, that have come out of the school over the years.
Absolutely. And, we sit up here and look over to our left, and you see Jonathan Dwyer sitting up here in the booth. So
yep, got a chance to watch. Actually, Jonathan played against my son. So, but I'll never forget Dwyer at Kell was one of the top players in the country, top high school players in the country his senior year.
Jay, Kell's having to drive the field now.
Yeah, that's Mooney again up the middle. And again, this is not a bad thing. I mean, possession, clock management. I.J. Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell here with you on the Atlanta News First, Channel 46, as well as the Peachtree Sports Network. We've got our entire crew out here tonight. Rusty Mansell, Brandon Adams, Kaylee Mansell will be back with you for the semifinals next Friday, and both of us will be in our warm homes watching the game.
A frigid Friday night.
All right, second down and about a long 8 for Kell, as they are really working the clock. All right, there's a stoppage of time. I think it's a timeout by Kell. All right, we're going to go to break in a second, but right now it's a good football game. Right now, Kell has a 17-7 lead over Cartersville. This is the drive for the GHSA state title.
We're here for the walk-offs.
And that'll do it. Start the buses.
The shutouts.
Struck him out. 10 strikeouts for Strider.
The RBI singles. The double plays. The triple threats.
3-run home run.
The moments that make you nervous. And the ones that keep you coming back for more.
As clutch as it gets.
No matter what your favorite Braves moment is, it happens here. Peachtree Sports Network. The Braves play here.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing we do to keep us focused.
What do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and help your mental health.
Oh, he got it! Michael Harris does it again!
Because being the best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Washington Media Scholars Foundation, empowering the next generation of professionals through scholarships, career opportunities, and industry connections. Compete for over $150,000 in scholarships and win an all-expenses-paid networking trip to Washington, D.C. Connect with leading companies in media, broadcasting, and digital communications. Enhance your skills and accelerate your career. Visit mediascholars.org and apply today.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by R.S. Andrews. Story after story, we deliver smiles. Smart Local 85. Sheet metal is a smart move. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. And by the Georgia Army National Guard. Live here, serve here, work here.
All right, welcome back to the drive for the GHSA state title. IJ Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell here with you tonight on Atlanta News First, as well as the Peachtree Sports Network. Right now, Kell up 17-7. I want to give you a quick update on the Walton game. Walton-Valdosta right now, Fred. We've got Valdosta 17-14. That's a good game down in South Georgia right now. Walton, of course, finishing the season 5-5, but couple of upsets. So we've got a flag on this first play since the timeout. I think that's going to back Kell up a little bit. We'll see what head official said.
Offense.
All right, so that's going to back them up about 2.5 yards. So we're going to go back to about the 3-yard line, Fred. 6:18 left here in the second quarter.
You know,
surprise start here. I didn't think that Kell would be up by 10 at this point. I don't think anybody did.
No, but they have been very physical. And
good game
plan. Been very balanced on offense.
I like the game plan. I think they've been very aggressive with the game plan, especially on the short passes. That's going to be a pass, and that ball is going to be broken up. That was thrown to Brandon Rouse. It was a nice play by the Cartersville defensive back there.
And Caleb just took another shot back there in that end zone.
All right, so we got a third down play. It's a big play for Kell. Try to see if they can get the ball out of their own shadow of their goalpost.
You don't want to make any turnovers down here in this territory.
You don't. And they got a break last time because they had a bad punt. They were able to play good defense and get Cartersville to punt. But they don't try to throw the ball. And he's got plenty of time to throw. Wow. And he's got a man, and that's going to be a first down.
To Mooney Gibson.
Mooney Gibson out of the backfield. I'll tell you, Right there, that's the offensive line there, Fred, of Kell that made that play. They gave him about 7-8 seconds.
And a good job by Caleb not getting, overwhelmed or being panicked back there, backed up into your own end zone.
Yeah, very impressed with the Kell quarterback right now. He's settling into his feet, doing a good job moving around the pocket. Did a great job there, but again, that Kell offensive line gave him the time to get the first down and out of the shadow of their end zone. He's got two backs here.
Dante Grant Jr. on the carry.
Yep. They got three good running backs on this team.
He's a little bit of their Swiss Army knife. He'll line up in the slot position as well. He's got a few offers. 2027.
Quick, got a lot of speed. Couple more updates. North Gwinnett right now 15-7 over West Forsyth. Roswell now up, listen to this, 28-14 over Sequoia. Jackson County and Rome. That game being played at Jackson County at 17-7. Excuse me, 17-17 with Rome. So that game's tied up. It's going to be another good run. He's got to hold on to it. And it's Mooney again. No, it wasn't Mooney. That's the...
It's the backup, Jacob Carroll there.
So they really are moving the ball around to the three different backs. Jacob Carroll there.
Side, yeah. Mostly known as a power back, but showed a little bit of speed on that run.
Cartersville did a good job pushing him towards the sideline. So there we go again. Hey, he is at one tough back, Mooney Gibson.
Lowering his shoulder as well.
Yep. Knows where the marker is. Got the extra couple yards there. You'll watch him at the very end of that run. Use his shoulder. See,
be some business decisions made tonight in this cold weather.
Yep. That's Quintarius Mooney Gibson, 5'8", 205 junior, 4-star recruit, Mon 3. And you got the first down there. I think you did.
Got the first down again, just gutting out yards right now.
He is a workhorse. It is down to about 5:14 in the second quarter. Kell maintaining a 10-point margin over Cartersville. A little bit of a surprise right now. Mooney Gibson, 206 carries this season for 1,757 yards, 23 touchdowns. It's 146 yards a game. He's got, what, 2 touchdowns in this one? Or he's got one.
Just another workhorse.
Yep.
Here he is with another carry.
There he goes again, and there he goes again. And again, same thing. Gets to the sideline, sees the marker. I think he got the first down that time. He did.
It looks like he's hitting a rhythm here, bouncing outside. Just kept working to get to the sideline.
Yep. Cartersville's going to have to get their ends to do a little bit of a better job trying. Is getting quickly to the sideline. He's coming off the field limping a little bit.
Looks like they were a little short on that one. I thought they got the first down, but it seems like they're a little short, 2nd and 1.
Mooney is sitting down the sideline right now, might have a little bit of a cramp. It's going to be 2nd down and about 1. That's going to be another first down. Is that Carroll?
There's Jacob Carroll again.
Jacob Carroll, backup running back, going straight up the middle. He's sort of their heavy running back. He runs a lot inside the tackles as Kell continues to control this game offensively. Driving out of the shadows of their end zone. Another first down. Cartersville looks a little bit confused here. And like I said, a lot of times teams have to get to halftime to adjust, especially at the high school level. So we'll see what adjustments Cartersville makes. But right now, Kell continues to be on the move. First down from Cartersville's 43-yard line. Marquise is going to go back. He's going to turn. He's got a man. He's going to overthrow him. Receiver.
That was intended for Brock Burris there.
Yeah, it looked like Burris might have stopped there for a second. Let's watch the replay here, Fred.
Yeah, you got to keep running on plays like that. You got to take advantage of it. Big receiver. He looks like he's about 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, a little bit overthrown, but he was open. All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 from Cartersville's 43. Don't forget to check out our halftime show, as Landon Knight will be handling that for us tonight, filling in for the great Kaylee Mansell. So it's Marquise back to the Carroll, and Cartersville did a really good job of spraying that out. There's a flag. We'll see.
I'll tell you, AJ, that temperature is still falling out there.
Yeah, it is.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 2nd down.
All right, so that's going to take Kell back 10 yards. We've got 3:55 left in this quarterfinal matchup in Cobb County here at Kell High School. Of course, Kell High School named after the great Corky Kell. And next Friday night, we will announce our Corky Kell schedule for 2026. It'll be a special celebration as we move into our 35th year with the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic. Talk to Dave about every day. I'm going to say hello to Dave. He's up there, I'm sure, watching the game with his wife, Beverly, on Atlanta News First and the Peachtree Sports Network.
One of the biggest premier events.
It's a great event. 4-day event. It's got a lot of things, and I'm going to do a lot of special stuff. And Cartersville's going to get their first, I think it's first sack of the game. Fred, that was
the 2028 again. Colin Pope, 6'2.5".
Yep.
234 pounds.
And I'll tell you what, Cartersville's defense right now is doing a good job of keeping themselves close, because Kell had the ball in Cartersville territory to start this drive.
They've been in a situation like this again.
Yeah, 3rd and forever. And I think, Fred, as you said earlier, I think right here you just run as much clock as possible if you're Kell. Don't make the mistake. Punt the ball.
Got to be smart. It's 3rd and 28.
Right, but he's going to throw. Now, Peace is going to throw the ball, and he has got his back out of the backfield. He's going to pick up, and he is actually going to go all the way. And Mooney, wow, what a run that was.
No flags on the play. Huge play call there. And what a run by Mooney Gibson.
That touchdown brought to you by Zero FG. And that was a huge 3rd and forever play, Fred.
He is showing.
Yep, that's the electrifying play of that. Zero FG touchdown. Let's watch this again. As Narcisse sort of cranks it and just throws a little bit of a lob pass. And
that's what you call
Mooney Gibson
in the hands of your playmaker.
Tell you what, that's the way you beat a team like Cartersville.
Great blocking on the outside, too, by the receivers as well.
And Tabaris is going to be in for the extra point. He's going to put that one through again. And that extra point brought to you by Commissioners Tim Eccles and Vince Johnson. We're going to stay here. Yep. Let's go to a little bit more from Breda Management. We get to this. Switch your termite protection to Breda Pest Management, and your rate is locked in for 10 years. Breda's protected homes from termites for over 50 years. Protect your home with confidence. Breda. They will handle bugs and critters, and I can tell you right now they do a good job, because they've been handling our house in Roswell for about 10 years. So, Fred, 2:38 left in the second quarter. I don't think anybody would have told you right now that Kell would be up 24-7. In fact, if people are checking on the Score Atlanta app, which you can get both on Apple and Android, I think that's going to be one of the surprise scores as we go into halftime. We'll see if Cartersville can get something back here.
You know, Kell came into this game a 12-point underdog.
Yep. Cartersville's going to get decent field position there. That's the ball is out. And it looks like Kell might have that one. Let's see. See, it's hard to see in there. That's going to be Kell's football. Wow.
What
Fred.
a turn of events.
Woo. 24-7. We're going to watch the replay here as they hold him up. And the ball just comes out. Kell picks it up. Let's see if we can find out who got the recovery on that one. So Kell is going to get a chance to add to their lead with 2:29 left here in the second quarter on the drive for the GHSA state title. I.J. Rosenberg in for Brandon Adams. Fred Mitchell in for Rusty Mansell. Of course, they were at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium today watching the Georgia Tech-Georgia game as Georgia pulls out a win, and they'll go to the playoffs and have a good chance to get a first-round bye. We'll see what happens, whether they go to the SEC championship or not. In fact, we'll give you a couple of college updates in a second. And that's going to be Narcissus fakes the handoff, and he's going to pick up and be thrown out of bounds. He's going to pick up about 6 yards, Fred, on that one.
Great pull there by Caleb.
Thomas County Central right now has gone back on top of Woodward Academy, 21-19. Roswell's got a 28-14 lead at Sequoia in other quarterfinal action. Valdosta 17-14 over Walton. See what the Buford score is. It's 9-0 right now over Douglas County. They played, I think, earlier this season, and Buford beat them. And clock's under 2 minutes. And that's going to be a little bit of a throw, and he can get the first down and more. And that's the third as a red zone.
Really like
getting to the red zone now.
Offense tonight.
Red zone, of course, brought to you by the Iron Workers. Kell just continues to pound the offense here. Cartersville has got to get into the locker room, Fred, and make their adjustments. Because they're going to have a big offensive second half
that
to come back in
a
this
costly
game.
Turnover there.
Yep. That's Mooney. He's going to pick up maybe, I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's close to getting back to the line of scrimmage. He's having a great first half, though. Mooney Gibson, big running back. One of the better running backs. Certainly one of the best top junior running backs in the state. Fred, you know who's looking? I'm sure a lot of teams are looking at him.
Yeah, he's, I know Georgia Tech is looking at him. He's got an offer from Alabama, Georgia. So he's got.
Keys goes back to throw. He's got a player underneath.
That's the second
touchdown. Zero FG touchdown.
Second touchdown on the night for Braden Rouse. The Tennessee commit
sort of does a little bit of a loop on the inside. Marquise picks him up, and it is 30-7. Kell right now. Wow. Tavares will come on for another extra point. This will be his fourth extra point attempt. He's made off of the first 3 ones. He also has a field goal.
Way to capitalize on that turnover there by Kell.
Yep, 59 seconds left here in the second quarter. And that's going to be straight through. So we are 31, Fred, 31-7 right now. And that extra point, I want to thank Tim Eccles and Fitz Johnson, the commissioners, for their support this season. Extra point brought to you by them, as it is 31-7. Let me repeat that. 31-7. Let's look at the Cartersville resume. Connor Foster in the 7th season, 83-8, 12-0 going into this game. They made the quarterfinals last season. They were 12-1, of course. A lot of good players. We had Miller Forrestal here tonight as a guest picker, played at Alabama in the NFL, big tight end. Ronnie Brown, of course, and Trevor Lawrence, who is one of the best quarterbacks ever in the state of Georgia. I.J. Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell, hanging with you tonight on Atlanta News First and the Peachtree Sports Network. As right now, Kell has a commanding 31-7 lead. Stay tuned for halftime. Got a lot coming up. We'll have a lot of scores. The kickoff will be brought to you by Legacy Structures. Tavares, the kicker for punter, field goal kicker, kickoff guy. He's getting a lot of action for Kell tonight. Let's see what he does.
Another pooch kick.
All right, and they're going to take that and get that ball up to about the 42-yard line. So we'll see what happens here. Fred, you think Cartersville is going to? I think if you're Cartersville, you're gonna have to do something. You got 53 seconds here.
You got good field position. You got plenty of time to get a field goal, score a touchdown here, and go into halftime with some positive momentum.
Yeah, and they've got Ramsey Rallo. Scoring summary brought to you by Breda Pest Management, as Kell puts 31 on the board in the first 2 quarters here on their home turf. So right now, Kell has got 2 safeties deep. See at Cartersville, their trips right. And there's a flag down on the play. And Russell's just going to run the ball at the middle. He's got 5, but I think that's coming back, Fred. I think that's a hold. Now, I think that if this backs Cartersville up, I think it's probably... Let's see what the call is here. Our head official tells us.
Illegal shift, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And the illegal shift was over on this side on the trips. When the outside on the trips came in, you can't. I don't think he was off the line, so he can't come in like that. So let's see what happens here. Cartersville continues to try to.
Got to grind out some form of points here. 48 seconds
Kell's
left.
defensive backs are awful good, though. You also got to be a little bit careful here that you don't do something that gives Kell the ball back. So that's Russell. He's going to throw the ball up in the air, and that is going to be intercepted.
That's back-to-back turnovers.
Yep.
2 drives.
2 drives, 2 turnovers. And that was
an interception by Braden Rouse.
Yeah,
wow.
Braden Rouse, of course, he's got 2 touchdowns. Now he's got an interception.
Comes back on defense and he gets an interception.
But that doesn't hurt you. You Cartersville, that's the way to make the play that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I think Kell's going to probably kneel on it now and go into the locker room up 31-7. Here on the drive for the GHSA state title, brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Now, that's a play there coming out of that linebacker spot, being all the way down the field to pick that ball off.
So Cartersville is going to have a lot to work on at halftime, and they're going to have to do it quickly because they've got to make the adjustments. I mean, they're not going to be able to come back in this game if they do not figure out how to slow Kell down.
Still plenty of
right
ball
here
left.
Probably just going to run the ball.
Got the second half left, but you got to be careful for this here.
Yep.
Oh,
here he goes. Wow.
Huge run there by Dante Grant.
Yep. And just Cartersville's just struggling. They just cannot. They have nothing on the edge, Fred.
Nothing.
I mean, they can't defend the edge in this game.
No,
3 running backs. I mean, Mooney is the top running back, but they just can't set it.
That changes things.
Yeah, Kell's going to call timeout here. We'll stay here for this. As Kell's going to have another chance. They got a good field goal kicker, too. So you get another 20 yards, you're going to have a chance to go up 34-7 at halftime.
That changes things. That changes things there. They was possibly looking just to run the clock out and pop the big run there. So
stay tuned for our halftime show because we've got all the scores. And, of course, after the game, we'll go back to the studios until midnight, talk about all the wins and the teams that will move on next week to the semifinals. LaGrange right now up 17-7 over Stevenson. Carver Atlanta's making a little bit of a comeback. It's 20-12. Right now, Sumter County has the lead over Carver Atlanta. Rome and Jackson County. Of course, Jackson County getting that big win last week, Fred, over Milton, 17-17.
Huge, and they're up at Rome. And
let's see. Get you a Creekside score here real quickly. 14-14 Carrollton and Grayson right now.
Number 1 team in the country, Grayson.
Yep.
Versus number 11 team in the country.
North Oconee making a comeback right now. Marist 13-7. That game being played at North Oconee. Jefferson 23-21 over Cairo. The Syrup Makers. Sandy Creek 7-0 lead over Douglas Atlanta. That ball is
incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Caleb took another shot there, struggling to get off the ground.
I think if you're Kell here, you really want to get 10 yards to give the field goal kicker a little bit better shot at making this in field goal range. Good kicker in Tavares for Kell. So it'll be second down and 10, 19 seconds left. I think Kell has one timeout left. All right, so Kell here will try to pick up about 10 yards. Ortiz, he throws that ball a little bit too far into the end zone. So it's going to be second down with 12 seconds. Third down, excuse me, with about 12 seconds left in this quarter. 31-7 right now. Kell over Carrollton with the ball and a chance to put up more points before halftime.
You know, that was a little bit of a safe throw there. Yeah. Put it where nobody could get it. Incomplete pass stops the clock.
Hebron Christian right now 16-7 over Prince Avenue. All right, this might be the last chance for Kell to get their field goal kicker a little bit closer for the attempt. And that's a great run, and he's going to go out of bounds. Nice play. Nice clock management by the Narquise, the quarterback for Kell, and Cartersville's been unable to stop him, Fred. They're so worried about Mooney that they're not keeping their eyes off of them. All right, so we're in the red zone when we get back. As Kell probably right here will kick the field goal, or at least attempt the field goal. See if they can go up 34-7. I don't think anybody expected this, Fred. I think this is one of maybe the biggest surprise right now. Not that Kell's winning the game. I don't think anybody's surprised with that, but 31-7 lead right now with a chance to get 3 more before half is huge for the Longhorns.
Well, this is what Coach May wanted to do. One of the big things was, them focusing on the basics and, making the tweaks this week. And, it's a good thing that you don't have school on the week of Thanksgiving, so right. You're able to kind of focus a little bit more on the game.
Practice on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope everybody had a good day yesterday. Football's back today with the NFL and college football, and of course a lot of high school football in the state of Georgia, the quarterfinals. So he's got one more play. He's going to put it in the middle of the field. You see, that right there to me is, and they called the timeout before the clock hit 0, but that is really good management of the field. Yes. I always want, Fred, especially I'm an Alabama guy, and it drives me crazy. And he's not a very good kicker, and it drives me crazy. We don't put him in the middle of the field, but that right there is coaching.
That's smart football.
That is good coaching. We got the Kell coaches sitting next to us. I don't know who was signaling that down, but quarterback had good presence on the field. There's 3 seconds left, and you put your field goal kicker in a much better position. It's going to be what? About a 34, maybe 30, about a 34-yard field goal. by Tavares. And if I mispronounce a name, you're welcome to call the score offices, because I know some others will do it. Again, Fred and we're the B team, but we are the A team tonight.
We are the A team tonight.
Thanksgiving weekend.
On this cold, frigid night.
It is cold.
In Cobb County, Georgia.
Yeah. All right, Fred. Shot down the middle. We'll see if Kell can get the kick here.
Another high snap.
Got it. Yep, wow. All right, another 3 more Kell points. And that is going to take us to halftime. And Fred, I'll tell you what, I don't think anybody thought that it would be 34-7 at halftime over Cartersville, a team that's undefeated and ranked in the top 3 or 4 in this state. All right, you are watching Drive for the GHSA state title. Make sure to stay tuned for a great halftime show. We'll be back.
What sets us apart? At the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, we are guided by the mission to serve and protect through dedication, professionalism, active cooperation with the community, and respect for human dignity. Our core values, integrity, service, respect, and progress, are at the heart of everything we do. If you are ready to make a difference, join our law enforcement family. Start your career today with the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office by applying at gogcso.com. Your future awaits.
You may know Tidal Wave Auto Spa as the world's greatest car wash, but did you know Tidal Wave also has the easiest fundraiser? So easy, our mascots think they can do anything, like making the big play on the big stage. Okay, maybe just a dream, but it is a super easy fundraiser. Just sell wash tickets and watch the money come in. If your flag football team, school, church, or group needs funds, go to TidalWaveAutospa.com and get started today.
The Georgia Sheet Metal JETC equips apprentices with the knowledge and skills required to start a rewarding career in the sheet metal industry with programs in HVAC, industrial welding, and testing, adjusting, and balancing. Training is 100% free and allows apprentices to earn as they learn. Journeymen graduate with no student debt and have the potential to earn more than most college graduates. Visit our website to learn more about this opportunity at careersinsheetmetal.com.
Transform your outdoor space with Inspired Landscape Solutions Incorporated. With 34 years of expertise and a passion for innovation, we offer full-service maintenance, custom hardscape, outdoor living design, irrigation, lighting, and so much more. Whether you're envisioning a serene garden retreat or a vibrant outdoor entertainment area, we bring your dreams to life. Inspired Landscape Solutions, where creativity meets craftsmanship.
Welcome into our halftime show presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Now it is time for our halftime hit powered by IBEW Local 613. I am here with Kell Athletic Director, Miss Onisha Young. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We know that no day in the life looks the same as an athletic director. Just talk to me about what an average day in the life looks like for you right now.
So, like you said, no day is the same. So usually I get to work around 7:15, check our grounds, go and check our stadium. I go and check our baseball fields, our softball fields, our tracks, just to make sure that everything is great from the evening before. Then I usually start off my day checking on my students to see how they're doing, because I always tell them they are a student athlete, so you are a student first. So a lot of times I like to go through and check in grades and see how they're doing on their grades and just seeing how they're doing in life and so forth. Making sure, checking on my coaches, trying to see what games we might have for that day or that week, just so that I'm prepared as far as our athletic facilities and also with our students. So, and like you said, you never know. You might go where, if you remember from Corky Kell, thought it was going to be a great day, and then we had a monsoon. So I think I ended up changing clothes like 3 different times. So it was really crazy. And then, you know, just making sure, like I said, my students and our facilities, but you never know what life is going to throw at you or the day is going to throw at you. So it just changes. But it's fun.
And then just to come off that, just talk about how the athletic department is able to support students academically and in their personal lives.
So what we do is we have a couple programs here at Kell. One thing that we have is called our Longhorn Academic Support, And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, our students that are struggling academically, we're able to give them extra time, the first 45 minutes of the day. And then we also have tutoring on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoons for those students. And then also our different athletic programs have different academic opportunities built in to make sure that our students succeed, because once they leave high school, we want them to be successful, and that may look different for students. It might be going to in a technical field, so we want to make sure they're prepared on that level. It might be going to college, so we want to make sure. And our counselors also play a big role in that. We have 2 counselors that are dedicated for our student athletes, so we want to make sure that they're involved, have everything that they need starting their freshman year with the NCAA. We also look at their classes, so depending on what schools they're looking at, that they have the appropriate rigor that they need for these schools and those opportunities. So that's just something that we do to make sure that they're successful in all avenues.
And Ms. Young, this is actually the first time that Kell High School has made it to the quarterfinals of the playoffs since 2016.
Correct.
They came out and had a very explosive start against Cartersville. Just talk about what getting this win would mean for your program.
It would be phenomenal. So we've just come off of our girls softball team going to the state championship. So having our football team go there also would just be phenomenal, not for only Kell, but also the Kell community.
And then just talk about what your long-term goals are for this Kell athletic program and how are you working to implement that?
So we're just working to make sure that we have opportunities for our students so that they succeed after they leave Kell. And we want them, after they go out and they succeed, after they leave Kell, we want them to come back and just impart those values and things they've learned and try to instill those into the students that are here. So just making sure that we have a long-lasting tradition and the Kell name just continues to live on.
And Ms. Young, your school had the opportunity to host some of the Corky Kell Dave Hunter games this year. You'll actually get to host again next year. Just talk about what you saw in this event and what you're looking forward to in the future.
I would just say it's a phenomenal event. So we do host the first 2 games. So we have one game that's usually before ours, which is like the 4:30 game, and then we host the 8 o'clock game. And it's just a great opportunity for our community to come out. It's a great opportunity just to be able to bring those other schools in. We get to work with other athletes, athletic directors, athletic programs, and we just love the Corky family. Just the whole event is just phenomenal and amazing. So we look forward to working with you all whenever we can.
And Ms. Young, your football team has seen a lot of success this season. Even just getting to host this game at home, you see so many people come out, even in this cold weather. Just talk about that community sport aspect you've seen while being at Kell.
I will say Longhorn tradition, it is very, very strong here. We have one of, he just left. Patrick was a student back in 2012, and he comes to every home game. And so it's just seeing those students. We have a lot of our old alumni that came back, and it's only 35 degrees, so it's okay. But it's great just to see everyone supporting our Longhorns. And if you see the score, 31-7 right now, but supporting our Longhorns in this weather it's just great. So we just hopefully that we continue on for the 3rd and the 4th quarter and get this win and go on to the next round.
Again, that was Kell Athletic Director, Miss Onisha Young. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back after this short break with more of the Georgia Countdown to Kickoff halftime show.
You have to see it. You have to hear it. The action is clear. Every play, every tackle, every touchdown in breathtaking detail. Rich, vibrant colors that bring the field to life and sound so powerful you'll feel like you're in the stadium. And it's all free over the air now. Make your next TV a next-gen TV.
Visit AtlantaNewsFirst.com/nextgen to learn more.
You love football. We get it. And Good Morning Football Overtime says, bring it on! You tell them, KB! As we break down the game from every player to every team with exclusive access on and off the field. So yeah, unleash your fandom.
Roar indeed.
Because football never stops.
Weekdays at 10 on Peachtree Sports Network. Welcome to Local News Live. Let's get right to this breaking news.
Your nation, your neighborhood. Stream the stories sparking conversations from coast to coast.
At least 4 people were killed while 8 others were hurt.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country who know the streets and the people.
We're going to keep a close eye on the situation.
The free Local News live streaming app. Search LNL on your TV, on your phone. Local News Live. Always streaming, always free.
Welcome back into our halftime show presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Now I am joined by Duncan, standout athlete, Anna Bardine. This is her senior year at Kell. She's on the softball team. Anna, just talk about how you got into the sport of softball and just your love for the sport overall.
Yeah, I started playing at 5 years old. I started at a rec program, Standing Plains softball. So much fun. And you know, you're 5, you're starting. It's just another thing that you do that your parents put you in. And I kept playing, and I got into MVP, then I got into the All-Star game, and then I joined a travel ball team, and I kept playing, and all of a sudden I was just this little girl who was 10 years old who wanted to go play in college and wanted to just go be with the big girls and play in college, and I kept playing, and I kept playing, and I came to high school, and I tried out for the varsity team, and I just kept playing, and I knew it's something I wanted to do. I found my love. I found fun friendships, just so many fun, heartfelt memories through a sport, and it's just been so awesome.
And Anna, at Kell, you hold the record for career home runs and RBIs. Just talk about what it means to leave that kind of legacy here at Kell.
Honestly, it's hard to put together the words because I knew I wanted to break these records. I knew that I wanted to break them and leave my name, leave a big legacy on Kell. Just since freshman year, honestly, I knew I wanted to leave my mark. Finding out that these records, especially the home run record, that was the one that I had my eyes set on since the beginning. I was like, I want to do this. And honestly, just the people that were behind me, I had so much support when it came to my coaches. They would always come stay with me late to work on practice. You know, my parents would always stand behind me. My teammates were the loudest people cheering for me all the time. And they were so loud that I had no clue who wasn't cheering, honestly. And just to be able to leave the legacy like that has just been so awesome. And I find it hard to believe because I'm like, oh my goodness, it's just been so awesome. And to be able to leave a big legacy like that is really a big deal for me. And it's been super awesome.
And Anna, I'm sure you have many of these in your past 4 years here at Kell, but just talk about some of the most memorable moments of you being a softball player at Kell.
Wow, I mean, I could write a book. It's been so much fun. I would say one of the most awesome things this year, especially, has been we were playing to go to the Elite Eight, which is obviously a big game, and we were playing St. Pius, and we just had this big student section. We had parents with whistles and drums and these big shakers, and it was just so awesome. Just this community that was behind us. It was something I'd never experienced. So being able to play for your school, being able to see this community that shows up for you, and it was just awesome. And I would say we won that game and we played great. It was everybody's hearts was in it. From step one, we had cases of Alani's. It was just so awesome. Just be in that moment and just to be able to compete with my friends. And we win the game. Everybody's super hype. We're throwing water. We're dunking coach with the Powerade, and it was just so fun. And I just think I'll remember that feeling forever.
And then, Anna, after leaving Kell, you're actually headed to Virginia Tech to play at the collegiate level. Just talk about that recruiting process and what you're most looking forward to playing at the next level.
Oh, my God. It's one of those things. I could say so many things. But I think from the moment I got on the phone with those coaches, I knew that's where I wanted to be. Just the way that they talk, they're competitors. And the way that they were like, Anna, we are going to compete. We're going to push you. We're going to work hard every single day. And we're going to go to the College World Series. We're going to compete for that title every single year. And I think that's exactly where I want to be. I want to be playing with the best of the best. I want to be in a program that it's your best friends, but you're competing for something. You're competing for the name across your chest, and I'm just so excited to be there. And I think I knew it the second I got on the phone with Coach Pete and Coach Mike at Virginia Tech, and then stepping on campus, it's home. And they say this is home about Blacksburg. They say it's home, but it truly is. It's the best place that I could have ever asked for.
And Anna, what advice would you give to athletes who are dreaming of getting to play college softball at the next level?
I would encourage people just to never stop being themselves. I think the most important thing is to never lose yourself, never lose who you are, because you're going to play for a school that you have to be friends with everybody. You have to, it's a family. It's not like you can fake who you are. So I would just encourage people to always be themselves, always work for what they want, and just keep doing it.
Again, that was Duncan, standout athlete Anna Bardine. Anna, congratulations on all your success this season, and best of luck getting to play at the collegiate level.
Thank you so much.
We will be right back after this short break with more of the halftime show presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Stay tuned.
Man, you know how to do this? Man, I don't even know. I was flipping burgers last week.
Violation, unsportsmanlike conduct, impersonating a craftsman.
Skilled trade unions are well-trained career pros, not part-timers. Construction is a rewarding and lucrative career with the advancement potential, but you have to do it the right way with the right training. Learn how you can be a pro. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
A journeyman with Local 85, when you turn out, you can be hitting six figures.
Hey, I have your back, you have my back, we're gonna do this together. We're one for all for one.
College just wasn't for me. Let's look into actual career jobs that wouldn't take college, where I wouldn't, lose money and all that. Instead of losing a lot more money at the end, why not make money and make more money at the end?
World-class training isn't just for leaders well on their way. It's for the ones just getting their footing. Seasoned pros learn through real-world experience. But so do young cadets. No other career path gives you leadership instruction that's so tested, so successful, so early. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
Welcome into the Score Atlanta studios. Today we are here with Kenny Mullins from Georgia Construction Careers. Kenny, a lot of young people are not sure what they want to do right out of high school. Was there a time that you felt uncertain about your own career path, and kind of how did you get that figured out?
Yeah, the last part of my senior year in high school, I was unsure what I wanted to do, trying to decide if I wanted to go to college or if I wanted to do something else altogether. And then my cousin owned his own business in the construction industry. He's his own electrical business, and he was an IBEW signatory contractor. And he says, hey, he said, you should think about the trades. And this was back in 1995, 96. And so I looked into it, and I decided to go into the trades, and I joined the IBEW. And it's been one of the best things that I've ever done, and I've never looked back.
And Kenny, for students or even adults who are not sure how to take that first step, what advice would you give them to taking a first step towards a construction career?
Well, one of the easiest things to do is visit GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com, and we have all of the different trades that you can go into and, check out what we do in each trade. And so that was the first place I would start. And the career path is amazing. The benefits are very good. It's a great career. It's not a job. It's a career. So go to GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
And then, Kenny, so many industries across the board are being impacted by AI, new technology, but the skilled trades, there's a lot of stability there as job security is concerned. Just talk about that.
So I haven't seen any technology to where there's robots or artificial intelligence that can actually do construction work and do the craft with their hands and use their mind and be at work every day and do what we do. It's a physical job. You're out in the elements. I hadn't seen one robot that can do that yet. So we're AI proof. I'm not saying it won't happen 30 years down the road with technology, but for the most part right now, you're going to be safe if you get into the Georgia Construction Careers.
And Kenny, you mentioned that GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com lets you explore 19 different crafts Just talk about how that helps someone find the right fit.
Well, it caters to your interests, whatever you like to do, from carpentry to electrical work. You may not know what a millwright does, so you may want to be a millwright. You may not understand what an iron worker does and what it entails to be an iron worker or a pipe fitter. There's just so many different trades that you can go into. You may want to be an elevator constructor or an operator. There's so many things that you can do, so it's good to go on there and look and see what interest you have in which career that you want to take. So you can dive into it and go down in that rabbit hole and research all our different crafts, and they're all great careers. They're all great careers that offer really good money, a pension, and family health care.
And then, Kenny, how is Georgia Construction Careers working to recruit the next generation of skilled workers?
So Georgia Construction Careers, we're always advocating. We're partnering with SCORE Atlanta and the high school football. You know, this time of year is one of our favorite times of the year. And so we're trying to organize in every area of the state. So this is one way we do it, is through the Friday night football. We also have another path. We have a Georgia Building Trades Academy. So, you know, typically all the trades require you to have a diploma or a GED, but we have a Georgia Building Trades Academy that you can also go that route. We take people from the age of 18 to 24, and we get you a GED, we get you your driver's license, we get you through a pre-apprenticeship so you can taste a little bit of the trades, and then you can pick which trades you want to go through after that pre-apprenticeship program. But that's for somebody who needs a little bit more tender love and care and needs to get their driver's license and some things like that. But that's a really good pre-apprenticeship program that we also have, and that's called the Georgia Building Trades Academy. So there's multiple ways you can go. Again, I would just say go on to GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com and just play around on that website and figure out what you want to do.
Again, from the SCORE Atlanta studios, that is Kenny Mullins with Georgia Construction Careers. Kenny, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
I was having a stroke, and I was scared to death.
If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Life Alert is a lifesaver.
My husband is alive because of Life Alert.
Life Alert is the lifesaver to keep me out of assisted living.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-344-6363. That's 1-800-344-6363. Call now, 1-800-344-6363.
Make yourself known now.
83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Now it is time for our score update presented by the SEC. I'm just going to talk us through this list, starting with this Thomas County Central versus Woodward matchup. A very close game. Right now it is 28-19. They've been back and forth all night. Definitely a game you're going to want to keep your eyes on. Next, that brings me to my next game, Roswell versus Sequoia. Roswell is up 35-14. That game is at Roswell. All season we've talked about their quarterback Trey Smith and their running back Nick Pill. They have a very high-powered offense. Whoever wins this matchup and wins this Thomas County versus Woodward game will see each other in the semifinals of the playoffs. Next, we have Grayson versus Carrollton. This is a tied game right now. This is actually a rematch of the state championship from 6A from last season. A very close game right now. Valdosta versus Walton, 24-21. This Walton team has proved that they are able to get through very tough situations. They've seen a lot of adversity this season. season, but they continue to fight. Beaufort and Douglas County. This is a rematch of a game that we got to see earlier this season. Beaufort is up 9-7, a very close matchup right now. Then we have Rome and Jackson County. This is a tied game right now, 17-all. Definitely a game that you're going to want to have your eyes on. Benedictine, we have talked about them all season and how dominant their program has been. Last week, Central Carroll defeated Cambridge. This week, Benedictine is beating them 45-12. Definitely going to be a big win for this Benedictine team. And lastly, we have Hebron over Prince Avenue. Again, another rematch of last year's state championship. This Hebron Christian team is up 16-7. A lot of good matchups that you're going to want to keep your eyes on as we move forward to the semifinals of these playoffs. With that, we're going to throw it back up to the booth for halftime highlights.
Thanks, Landon. Great job with our halftime show. We're back here, Kell High School. Kell, big lead right now. They are dominated the first half. Cartersville 34-7. We've got some highlights for you. And Fred, quarterback for Kell, has just had a sensational game. Narquise is the first one right there. That's the first score. And then Cartersville comes right back with the big touchdown, big long touchdown, big run here to tie it up 7-7. But the rest of the first half was definitely controlled by Kell. Good defense, a lot of pressure on the quarterback right there, and then a couple of huge plays to get Kell to 34 points. Good Cartersville defense right there, but that's about all that Kell gave up offensively as far as the offensive line. Big play right here, Mooney in the first half. Got some stats for him. Mooney, 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air. He was 17 carries for 116 yards. The quarterback was 9 for 15 for 119 yards. Fred, I think the number that surprises me the most as we continue to watch the highlights, and Kell gets a big interception at the end of the first half. Big run, scores, gets another 3 points to put on the board, but 34 total yards for Cartersville in the first half. In fact, 18 first downs for Kell. I mean, who would have ever thought that, especially after the way Cartersville's played, not only during the regular season, Fred, but they've scored almost 100 points in 2 games in the playoffs.
You know, one of the things that we said could happen tonight would be a shootout. We just didn't know it was going to be one-sided. You know, this Kell defense, again, they have been pretty lights out, especially starting with that BT game and shutting that team down. And I think they've had about 4 or 5 shutouts on the season. So, again, here we are, quarterfinals on a cold Friday night, and they have come out ready to play, and they just got to finish the second half.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, if I'm Connor Foster, the coach of Cartersville, has done a wonderful job up there. You know, you had some tough talk there in the locker room, but you have to make a lot of adjustments. I think the big adjustment you have to make is you have to cover the edge on both sides. And right now, they are really struggling. Okay, the quarterback for Kell, Narquise, has done such a good job with his reads. And Cartersville's really struggling so far. Cartersville is going to get the ball to start the second half. And special teams, first half. Kell had 1 interception and 2 sacks and a forced fumble. That forced fumble was a big one on a kickoff return that they turned into a touchdown. So right now, Kell has a dominating 34-7 lead. We'll see if Cartersville can come back in this game. It's cold. It's about down to 32 degrees here in Cobb County. Last week at this time, I think it was in the high 60s on Friday night, our last game.
It was 70 degrees on Monday.
Yeah, Kell has an interesting kickoff formation. I mean, they're going to pooch it. That's what you see now with the NFL changing their rules. You seem to see colleges and high schools sort of not kick deep anymore. A lot of pooch kicking. And we'll see if he kicks it long here. And another pooch to the right side, and nice special teams by Kell. Stops them at the 30-yard line, 32-yard line. So we'll start here at the 32 in the third quarter as Kell leads 34-7. Myself, I.J. Rosenberg, and my buddy Fred Mitchell with us at Score Atlanta. See Fred every day. He's our big project manager, filling in tonight for Rusty Mansell and doing a darn good job, Fred. Good job.
Man, I'm just happy to be here to watch some football, especially with all we had going on this week in Georgia High School.
Yep. And we'll talk a little bit more about the Gainesville situation. Of course, right now, Gainesville not playing Langston Hughes tonight. The game is right now partially scheduled for Monday night. We'll see what happens as Cartersville. Russell makes a nice pass there, but Kell is there to make the stop, and maybe the pickup is a 15. That's Maddox Davis, the receiver for Cartersville. Maybe picked up a couple of yards there, but not many.
I tell you, this Kell defense has been flying to the ball tonight. You see a lot of white hats around the ball.
Yep. And they're going to run the ball there. And again, Kell's defense ready.
It was tackled by 21.
Is that Braylon Hill? Yeah. Third down and 5 for Cartersville as the clock runs down to about 11 minutes left here in the third quarter here on the drive for the GHSA title. As we are in the quarterfinals, we'll be back with you Friday night for a semifinal game. We'll make that decision probably tonight. That's another great play by Kell. And I'll tell you what, Kell is fired up. They really are.
You know, RJ, we've called this young man's name quite a few times tonight. Number 35, Omar Luke. He's got a couple of offers. I know Coach Ferdinand talks highly of him, and these guys are just flying around to the ball.
Yeah, Kell's game plan tonight, very impressive. They have turned up a lot of yards in the first half. They have kept Cartersville offense off the field. That's been a key. And now Cartersville's going to be in a punt situation again. Kell's got one man back.
I'm telling you, down 34-7. That's not how you want to start the first possession of the second half. And that punt was almost blocked.
And that ball's going to roll. That's going to be a nice roll for Cartersville. And Kell's going to be backed up to about their 24-yard line. All right, drive for the GHSA state title here on Atlanta News First and the Peachtree Sports Network.
The Skyhawks are taking flight, so strap in, Atlanta. This is how the Southside does G League basketball. Catch all the action as the Skyhawks take on the Westchester Knicks, Tuesday at 11 on Peachtree Sports Network.
At Gray Digital Media, we develop the right message to grab attention and drive leads. To grow your brand across the streaming apps you know best. Gray Digital Media. We know local. Let's connect today. GDMAtlanta.com.
The Georgia ConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by Army ROTC. Be all you can be with Army ROTC. The Georgia Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors Association. CareersInSheetMetal.com. Building a solid future. The Georgia Elite Classic. Georgia's largest all-star games. And by the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office. Serve and protect through dedication, professionalism, and active cooperation with the community.
Hey, I'm Steve Langley with Smart Local 85. We are proud to sponsor the third quarter of tonight's matchup. Just like these two teams have some of the best talent in the state of Georgia. Smart Local 85 represents the best in sheet metal, air, rail, and transportation workers across Georgia. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the third quarter.
If you are looking around the state at big surprises, this is a big one up here, especially the score right now. Kell up 34-7 over Cartersville. This is the drive for the GHSA state title, as Kell has got their first possession of the second half, and Cartersville's going to do a good job of driving Mooney Gibson out of bounds. Mooney had a big first half, Fred.
Huge first half.
Caught a pass for a touchdown, ran one in, 117 yards. Having a huge season for the Kell Longhorns. Good story about the logo at the middle of the field. If you're a fan of Kell, you'll notice the logo has changed because I think the University of Texas wasn't thrilled that Kell was using their logo, so they changed the logo. I like the logo. I like the new look.
I like it.
I like the new look.
I like it.
All right, Kell's got a 2nd and 9. Geese, the quarterback, will run up the middle there. I think this is smart. Run the clock, get it down. I mean, up 34-7, Fred. Cartersville needs some possessions to get back in this game.
They do. They do.
They need to do it in a hurry.
You know, coming out of halftime and going 3 and out wasn't ideal. Yeah. Getting a stop here would be huge for Cartersville, and then being able to capitalize on it.
The other thing is coming out of that locker room, it's a cold night, people. I mean, it's freezing out here.
We are up here with heat, but we also have the window open, so.
All right. Marquise goes back. He's going to throw a flip pass. He's got a receiver. And again, this play continues. And that's Mooney Gibson again. He is absolutely killing Cartersville on the edge.
I'm telling you, AJ,
for some reason, Cartersville is really struggling trying to pick him up.
He is doing it from the run and catch.
He might have as many passing reception yards as he does with yards on the ground.
Absolutely. Just another big run. Lost his step there. He could still be running.
Another big first down for Kell. It's a quarterback. Caleb Narquise is 2 backs to his side. He's going to throw the ball again. He's got his receiver out here. That's number 3.
Brock Burris, big 6'5" wide receiver. Fun fact, that's also Kirby's nephew.
Oh, it is. He's been here a few times to watch. In fact, I think he came to Corky Kell.
Quite a few offers there. I think he has about 8 or 9 P4 offers.
Let's see if I can find that sheet. I had a sheet with all Kell's offers on it. Let's see. I think this might be it. All right, so there's Kell's got another big run. That's going to be another touchdown. 0FG touchdown for Kell. And I'll tell you, this is some kind of performance, Fred, by the Kell Longhorns.
I've been
very
impressed.
Touchdown.
Very impressed with Jacob
as Kell puts
tonight.
up 40 on the board, and we are not even halfway through the third quarter.
This young man has a couple of sacks on the evening, and now he just had a long touchdown run. Very impressed with Jacob Carroll.
Fernando Taveras will be in for his, I think this will be his 5th extra point. He's also got 2 field goals as Kell pushes the lead to 33, possibly 34 on this extra point. And that is good, and it is 41-7.
41-7.
Kell is leading 41-7. That extra point was brought to you by Tim Eccles and Fitz Johnson, the commissioners who've been with us all season long. I want to thank them for their support. I want to thank everybody. I hope everybody's having a great Thanksgiving weekend. A lot of college football, NFL, of course, coming up on Sunday. And right now it is 41-7 Kell on the drive for the GHSA state title.
Dang, where you get this car?
You need to join the union.
The union?
Absolutely. You can get 10 of these.
Union construction workers earn the highest wages with the best benefits and the most protection in the construction industry. Find your career in construction. Go to GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com and start your future today.
You may know Tidal Wave Auto Spa as the world's greatest car wash, but did you know Tidal Wave also has the easiest fundraiser? So easy, our mascots think they can do anything, like making the big play on the big stage. Okay, maybe just a dream, but it is a super easy fundraiser. Just sell wash tickets and watch the money come in. If your flag football team, school, church, or group needs funds, go to TidalWaveAutospa.com and get started today.
What happens after you graduate? Will you go to the next level? Will people have your back in the heat of battle? Will you still train like a champion in the pursuit of greatness? You will when you become an IBEW electrical worker. Join our team. Visit IBEW613.org.
You'll still have common days. Get caught in traffic during your commute. Overthink a text message. Get a song stuck in your head. This is not one of those days. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
All right, I.J. Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell here. Right now, Kell is all over. All right, last touchdown. Look at him drop the ball. Mooney, that should have been a fumble. Good thing that there is an instant replay. Let's watch this one more time before the kickoff. And the onside kick, actually, he dropped the ball. He sure did. That should have been a fumble. All right. Kell actually tried a little bit of an onside kick there, a little pooch onsider that Carrollton was able to jump on. I want to thank our great cameraman for 2 great angles for that. I want to thank the truck. I'll tell you the other big surprise, Fred, right now. Carrollton 30, not that Carrollton's winning, 31-14 over Grayson, who by many was considered what? One of the top teams in the country.
Number 1 team in the country.
Number 1 team in the country.
Maxpreps just moved them up. USA Today, so number 1 team in the country is
will not be the number 1 team in the country. That's Cartersville, picking up about 3-4 yards on the run there.
I'm telling you, Kell is up 41-7 on the number 3 team in the state in 4A. This is pretty impressive here.
Yeah. There's Nate Russell, the quarterback on the run right there. Let's see if Cartersville can pick up a little steam here. Second down. He's got his man out in the corner, and he right through his hands, and that can't happen. Okay, if you're going to come back, have any chance in this game, he's got to catch that ball.
That was the running back.
Well-thrown ball. Yep, well-thrown ball by Russell, right in his hands. Just might have gone for the score there, Fred. Look at this again. There's nobody out there. Yep, they
couldn't have threw that ball any better than that. Got to make those plays.
Got to go for it on 4th down here. Excuse me, 3rd down. Would have been all sides there. I'm surprised they didn't call that.
Got to be able to make those
call in
plays.
From the sideline, Russell barking his orders. Big play right here. And Russell's going to go to his left. His big, looks like one of his bigger receivers. And that's going to be a 1st down.
Great throw and catch right there.
Yep.
That's what Cartersville needed. Get a couple of 1st downs.
But they're going to have to move. I mean, we're down to about 6:47 left in the 3rd quarter. So Cartersville might have jumped on that one. That's an inside throw to number 1. Brady Marquise picks up some yardage there. About 4 or 5 yards on that throw, and Cartersville is really moving here. They realize they need about every play to be positive for them to have a chance to get back in this game.
It was a nice hit by number 21 there, Josiah Owens.
That's going to go, and there's a hole there. Nice tackle.
It was a tackle by Braden Rouse.
Yeah, Braden Rouse, who's been all over the field, both offensively and defensively for Kell.
And he's returning punts.
Yep. Cartersville is really moving here. North Gwinnett 15-7 over West Forsyth. Kell is just totally bottled up the middle. A little surprised on that call. So Cartersville is going to have to go for it here, Fred.
Again, they're just swarming to the ball.
I'll tell you what, if they want any chance, they're going to have to make this first down. 4th down and 1. Clock is now ticking at about 5.5 minutes left, third quarter. Kell 41-7 over Cartersville here on the drive to the GHSA title on Atlanta News First and the Peachtree Sports Network. Reminder, we'll be back next week for the semifinals. We haven't picked our game yet. We will later tonight, so you can watch for that on our social platforms. That's going to be a first down. Nice run there.
I'm telling you, that second effort got it there for the running back Hill.
Braylon Hill? That's Braylon Hill, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a good second effort.
That was a nice
there.
second effort, because otherwise I don't think he gets the first down there. Clock's still running, or we'll crank back up here. A couple other scores. Valdosta, great game with Walton right now, Fred. 24-21 in the fourth quarter down South Georgia. Buford 30, Douglas County 15. Thomas County Central up 28-19 over Woodward. And that's going to be incomplete. Might have been interference there.
Good play by number 7, R.J. Tyson.
Let's take a look at this closer. Gets the ball up in the air. Yeah, that might have been a little bit of contact early. Tell you, Fred, I hope this Gainesville situation doesn't mess up the postseason. Look, I feel for everybody involved in this situation, but GHSA has rules, Fred, and they got to be followed.
Yep, I am a little surprised at how much it's escalated. Another big stop. Charlotte commit
Nate Russell,
1. Yeah. Mikey Dominic on the
tackle.
The tackle there.
Yeah, Nate Russell really struggling with getting the protection. Kell has done a really good job of pressuring him and forcing him to throw awkwardly.
I mean, this is great game planning from both sides of the ball for Kell tonight.
Yeah. It's a situation where Cartersville's got to go. 4 minutes left in the second quarter, down 41-7. Russell drops back, looking downfield, got his man, and that is going to be a touchdown. Yep.
That's his second touchdown on the night.
0FG touchdown. And that's Brady Marchise's second touchdown. It's Cartersville's second touchdown. Pretty easy throw and catch there. Nice play.
Look at his speed once he hits that sideline.
To get it. So Cartersville's got 13. Did what they needed to do, and that was score quickly.
They did. You would like to see him move a little bit faster between the snaps.
And that's the extra point's good. So with 3:50 left in the third quarter, it's 41-14. Kell over Cartersville. I want to thank Commissioners Tim Eccles and Fitz Jackson for that. All right, for that extra point. If critters are creeping in your attic, better call Breda Pest Management to get a highly trained expert to kick those critters out. Under the Breda Wildlife Guarantee, if any critters return, you're covered at no additional cost. Breda, they handle bugs and critters. And of course, the SEC Championship. Right now, I think Texas A&M has the lead. If they beat Texas, they'll be in Atlanta next week. So will Ludacris.
So will Ludacris.
Free live concert Saturday, next Saturday, the 6th at noon. the Dr. Pepper SEC Fanfare, which I'm proud to say Score Atlanta is part of. And that's going to be live on Marty and McGee on the SEC Network. Lucas, of course, a huge name in Atlanta. He co-wrote what? Welcome to Atlanta?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
huge
my
hit.
daughter, who's here tonight producing this game, okay, and I danced to Welcome to Atlanta at her wedding.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
You'd have loved it. This
gotta
Jewish
be
guy
video of
has
that.
2 left feet.
There has to be video of
There is video. I'm not going to show you, though. All right, short pooch kick to Kell. Kell and Cartersville all of a sudden has got a little bit of life. So let's see what happens here. 3:40 left in the third quarter, down 41-14. So we'll see what Kell does here. A lot of possessions. I think, I remember I was in Houston for the Super Bowl. Score and summary, of course, presented to you by Breda Pest Management. But right now, Kell still leads 41-14. My wife and I were in Houston. Of course, we do a lot of work with the Falcons for that Super Bowl, what seems like centuries ago. And, when you get this kind of lead, if you're coaching, you sort of have to map it out and see how many possessions Cartersville needs. That was not as big a lead as Kell has right here. That was a 28-3 lead. But I'll never forget.
Need to bring that up.
Yeah. All right, so Kell's going in. Again, Cartersville's just really struggling getting the edge. And
Mooney's doing a great job of just being patient.
He is very impressive. One of the better backs I've seen this year.
He is putting on the display tonight.
Yes, he is. So it'll be about 2nd and 2. And again, Cartersville's got a chance. Mooney is, of course, got 1 receiving touchdown and 1 rushing touchdown. I think he's now up well over 200 yards, all-purpose yards on the game, both passing and rushing. Having a great game. All right, big down for Cartersville here. They need to stop.
Got a little split back. There's Mooney
another
again.
first down right up the middle. Wow. Just continues to pound up the middle. I'll tell you what, 4A is really good. Kell was not picked. When the playoffs started, everybody talked about the fact that this, classification might be the deepest.
Yep.
But I don't think anybody felt like Kell was at the top of the list. Cartersville people felt that way. North of Coney, Creekside. But I'll tell you what, Kell tonight, if they continue to play this way, they're going to be extremely difficult to beat down the stretch. Now again, handoff up the middle, more yards. Wow.
Looks like that's Jacob Carroll.
Yeah, that's Jacob Carroll, the big back. And that's got a chance to be another first down. And they're just eating up the clock. Now under 3 minutes.
This third quarter has gone by relatively quick.
Yep. The 4-possession game right now. So we got 2nd and 1, which for Cal is not such a bad thing not to get the first down. Have a 2nd and 1, gives you another play, gives you another 30 seconds or so to burn off the clock. And again, Bobby May, his assistants up in the booth to my left, doing a really good job with not hurrying up. They know what the clock is, and they're working it down to about 2 seconds on the possession clock about every time.
Limiting Cartersville's possessions.
Another first down. Wow. Very impressed with what Kell has done tonight. A little bit of a scrap in the backfield. Don't want to see that. Big 74 for Kell. Big kid. It's got to be about 310 pounds.
I'm telling you, this O-line is moving some bodies tonight.
Give Bobby May and his crew a really tip their hat to the way they are playing this game, because right now, I don't care who's on the other side, Fred. They'd have a tough time beating this Kell team the way they're playing tonight in the quarterfinals of the Georgia High School Association playoffs.
It's a lot of athletes out here on this field for Kell.
So Rome has won 31-17. We'll talk about that in a second. More.
There he goes.
There he goes. It's a flag. It looks like it was a holding, but it was a down in the field. So, yeah. Let's see what the flag is there. See what the official, I think it was a holding downfield. I think it was one of the Kell receivers that got tangled up there a little bit. Let's see where the head official marks that, marks it off. It'll be a 10-yard penalty on holding.
Holding. Offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So that's a spot foul. So they'll replay first down. Boos from the
crowd.
I'll tell you, I give crap the Cartersville people a lot of credit.
They're sticking around.
Hoping their team can get back in this game. All right, it's going to be 1st and down and 10 from about the 37-yard line of Cartersville as we are ticking down on the third quarter. I.J. Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell, our third of our crew, Landon Knight, who you'll be able to catch after the game. And then we'll head back to the Score Atlanta studios for our post-game show. That was a nice play, and Cartersville wraps that up nicely. But again, Kell is doing such a good job. I mean, there's only so many possessions you can have.
Right.
So right now,
we're under
despite the fact that Kell, did not, had negative yardage, that play did not hurt them because they're going to be able to run about another 22, 23 seconds off the clock. They are going to be able to run the clock down to the fourth quarter on this possession no matter what. A lot of movement up front by Cartersville. All right, so Kell goes off right tackle, and there goes somebody's helmet. Fred, I've noticed one thing in the pros and in college, the mouthpiece is not going in the mouth. Now I noticed that in high school, some of the kids are not putting their mouthpiece in. I got to ask the officials that if they're supposed to have the mouthpieces in their mouth.
Yeah.
If not, I don't know why if you're not going to put it in your mouth, I don't know why you put it on your helmet. So there's 21 seconds. Was it a timeout? Oh no, the helmet came off, so that's a stoppage.
Yeah, and that player has to come out.
Yeah, he's got to come out of the game. 3rd down. So Kell should be able to get to the fourth quarter without running. Yeah, they'll be able to get to the fourth quarter without running a play. Wow, I'll tell you, Fred, who would have thought that this going into the fourth quarter would have been a 41-14 game. Kell leading right now. Wow. Incredible. All right, well, listen, we've got a great post-game show coming up. After this fourth quarter, we'll be talking, of course, to the Kell coaches. And, right now they're in strong command of this game. Right now, Kell 41-14 as we go into the fourth quarter.
Saving money is now more important than ever for seniors. But if you purchased a $9.95 guaranteed acceptance plan, you could easily find yourself overpaying for very little life insurance coverage. With the $9.95 rate, a 65-year-old male receives less than $900 in coverage. For $10,000 in coverage, he would pay over $110 a month with a 2-year waiting period. Fortunately, with Senior Life Insurance Company, he pays less than $58 a month for $10,000 in protection. There's no waiting period, no medical exam, and he saves over $600 a year by choosing Senior Life. A 65-year-old female saves over $400 a year. Don't overpay for your life insurance. Call now to see how much money you could save with Senior Life. We could help you get cash back from your current overpriced policy. Call now to lock in your coverage and low monthly rate. For your free quote, call now.
High in the air, deep center field.
The grand slams.
Fastest to 200 strikeouts.
The buzzer beaters. All-out blitzes. Where Friday night heroes rise and local legends reign. Your teams, your turf. Your local sports live on Peachtree Sports Network.
All right, back at Kell High School. Kell right now going in the fourth quarter, quarterfinal game up 41-14 over Carrollton. Real quickly, we're having a little bit of technical issues with our score bug. So a couple of scores real quick. Carrollton 31-14. Looks like they're going to beat Grayson, number 1 team in the country. North Gwinnett 25-15 over West Forsyth. Looks like Valdosta has pulled out ahead of Walton. As Kell right there picks up some yards. Right now it's Valdosta 38-21 over Walton. Buford's got a 30-15 lead. That's a final over Douglas County. Westside, excuse me, that's not right. Just checking the scoreboard here. Valdosta 38-21 over Walton. I mentioned that. Thomas County Central 28-19 over Woodward Academy. Roswell 42-35. That's a final over Sequoia. Like I said, Langston Hughes, Gainesville, that game has been postponed for now. Jackson County, Rome's going to win that. They win. They beat Jackson County 31-17. Creekside, easy win, 35-0 over Lithonia. And that's going to be another score by Kell. Wow, what a game. What a game by Mooney Gibson.
Second rushing touchdown.
0 FG touchdown. Second rushing touchdown. Third of the game.
Third of the game.
As Kell moves up 47-14, and
what a
Fred,
run
I think that might wrap it up.
What a run here.
More scores. Let's get some more scores for you in other quarterfinal games. Buford 13-15 over Douglas County. That's a final. Thomas County Central 28-19 over Woodward Academy, fourth quarter. Marist 23-20 over North Oconee. That's a final. That's an upset. Jefferson 47-28 over Cairo. It's West Lawrence, a final. They beat Jenkins 21-16. Sandy Creek 13-0 over Douglas. Of course, this is sponsored by Breda Pest Control as they do our scrolling scroll. All right, Tim Eccles, want to thank Tim Eccles for that extra point. Tim Eccles and Fritz Johnson. And then we're going to take a look at Georgia Elite. That's coming up on December 26th through 28th. We'll have about 700 kids, both football and flag.
Back in Rome.
Up in Rome. These are the senior invites this week. Take a look at those. We'll move to the juniors. I think we've got the junior invites next. Like I said, it's going to be a great 3 days in Rome. Real excited. It'll be right here on the Atlanta News First. That's the sophomore invites. We'll get down to the freshman invites. We're playing a freshman game this year. Sophomore, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. So we're adding a couple of games. We've also got 8th grade invitees, 7th grade invitees, and of course, we've got our ladies, the flag that will be out there. We'll have 4 flag games, and excited about the Elite Classic. This is our 13th year, Fred.
Huge exposure for those kids.
Yep. Kickoff is presented by Legacy Structures. A lot of kickoffs today. Yeah.
Well, there's one side on the kickoff.
That's great. All right, little kick there by Cartersville, number 15. Picks that up.
Nice return.
Nice return. All right, we got the scores back up. Let's do it.
Jay, that score at Sandy Creek is gone final now. Sandy Creek won 34-0.
Wow. Sandy Creek, a very good team. Scoring summary brought to you by Breda Pest Control, Pest Management, Carver, right now Sumter County, that's a final. They have knocked off Carver 39-20. Hateville Charter 21-7. Got to get Pepperell score. I think let's get the Pepperell score up because I know Rusty Pepperell 34-0 over Raven County. I know that Rusty will be back with Brandon next Friday night. Fred, he'll be talking about that game as Russell completes the pass here for Cartersville.
We got a final 2. Carrollton has beat Grayson 34-14.
Wow. I wouldn't call that an upset. I would call the score surprising.
Yes.
A little bit like this game. So it's 48-14 Kell over Cartersville. It's going to be a long bus trip back for Cartersville. as Cartersville continues to try to get back in this game. Russell completes the pass. And the Texas A&M Texas game, looks like Texas is up by 3 points right now. So Georgia, if Texas A&M loses, Georgia will be in the SEC championship. I know that's something that Kirby doesn't want. As Cartersville tries to go up the middle there, but not much there.
Extra game headed into that playoffs there.
Yeah, but you know, here's my feeling. And I was at an SEC school. You know, I wrote a diary about playing football at Alabama, which was a great experience. The SEC championship means a lot.
Yeah.
And I know that all 4 teams, conference championship teams that got byes lost last year, but in the first round or second round. But I still believe that, you know, winning the SEC championship, Fred, means something.
Yeah, so absolutely.
You might, who knows? I mean, if Texas wins and Alabama wins and poor Georgia's got to play Alabama again.
And just make a weekend out of it and go see Ludacris.
Yeah, that's right. All right. We're about to hit the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter as Russell back at quarterback and he's going to try it up the middle. He's got some yards. He's a good-looking kid. Cartersville's had a great season. They really have. You know, they continue to be one of the top programs in Georgia. And, you know, unless something crazy happens here, their season's going to end in the quarterfinals, but they've had a good one. And they'll be back next year as they try to run off left tackle. Not a whole lot of room here. Kell's just, every facet of Kell's game tonight has been great. The coaching, the special teams, offensively, defensively, clock management. They've done very little wrong tonight.
This is all around. It's just been a very impressive display here tonight from Kell.
Absolutely.
Still have 9 minutes to go, but
Russell drops back, and he's going to throw it, and that's going to be incomplete. It's got to be tough right now in Cartersville being out there because I don't think anybody thought that they would be in this position in the fourth quarter of this game. I'll tell you what this game shows you. Shows you how important those coin flips are between top seeds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next year is going to be a little bit different because you're not going to have coin flips.
Right.
Okay?
You have this PSR.
That's right. So, you know, you're going to be seeded 1 through 32.
Yep.
So there won't be any of that. But if this game was in Cartersville tonight, it'd probably be a much different game. And that looked like interference there. I think that was fourth down.
That was fourth down, so we got a turnover on downs there.
All right, Cartersville right now turns the ball back over to Kell on downs as Kell leads 48-14. A little bit under 9 minutes left on drive for the GHSA title.
Switch your termite protection to Breda and your rate is locked in for 10 years.
Not only do we protect you from termites coming back at no charge, we fix the damage at no charge, but the remainder of your contract is free if termites ever come back.
Breda Pest Management is better at keeping termites out, and they'll lock in your termite rate for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The Georgia Sheet Metal JETC provides apprentices with free training and careers that are stable and essential to the operation of the modern world. Both craft jobs and management positions offer lucrative pay with benefits as well as the stability of a growing industry. Skilled journeymen in the sheet metal industry are essential to our community now and in the future. Learn more about free technical training with no student debt at our website, careersinsheetmetal.com.
Struggling with food insecurity can feel lonely, yet every community across America is affected by hunger, which is why our Kroger associates work together to rescue nutritious food that would otherwise go to waste in an effort to donate 3 billion meals by 2025. Because we believe everyone should have access to fresh, delicious food. Join the Kroger Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation to defeat hunger and eliminate food waste.
Transform your outdoor space with Inspired Landscape Solutions Incorporated. With 34 years of expertise and a passion for innovation, we offer full-service maintenance, custom hardscape, outdoor living design, irrigation, lighting, and so much more. Whether you're envisioning a serene garden retreat or a vibrant outdoor entertainment area, we bring your dreams to life. Inspired Landscape Solutions, where creativity meets craftsmanship.
Ironworkers Local 387 is proud to sponsor tonight's game, building the bridges, buildings, and stadiums that bring our communities together. Just like these athletes, the Ironworkers bring strength, skill, and teamwork to every job. We are proud to support our local high school football.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by the Georgia High School Football Hall of Fame, Georgia's best high school football tradition. Gordo's, Fiesta every day. Dog Nation. Visit dognation.com for the latest Georgia team news and recruiting information. And by Georgia High School Sports Daily. Live weekdays at noon on the Peachtree Sports Network and Atlanta News First.
All right, I.J. Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell. Let's go down to Landon on the set for a scoring update.
Now we're going to have a score update presented by the SEC. Carrollton has beat Grayson 34-14. This game was at Carrollton tonight. As we mentioned, this was a rematch of the 6A state championship from last season. Carrollton has avenged this loss, and this is actually the first time this Grayson team has lost since August 16th of 2024. Thomas County Central beat Woodward 49-19. Now they will see Roswell at Thomas County Central in the semifinals of the playoffs, and Rome has beat Jackson County. Now Rome will wait to see what happens with this Hughes and Gainesville matchup. Whoever wins that game will have to face that winner. There are going to be more scores that we're going to have our eyes on moving forward in the night.
Thanks, Landon. Appreciate that for good work. I.J. Rosenberg, Fred Mitchell up here. Right now it is Kell 48-14 over Cartersville. Kell's got the ball. They're just going to keep it on the ground, run as much time as they can. That's another good run. Mooney Gibson continues
to just grinding out yards.
He's done a good job all day.
Big runs, big pass plays.
And again, there's just not enough time for Cartersville to get back in this game. Now under 8 minutes. Yeah. So Kell's going to take as much time. They got another 20 seconds on the possession clock that they'll run off before they start. And it's just, if the math works out, it's just not going to be enough time for Kell to do it. So third down and about 3, and Kell's going to call timeout. Big surprise tonight, Fred. Just didn't think, all right, we're going to take our final break. And right now, fourth quarter, 7:22 left, drive for the GHSA state title.
Okay, going back to 1.
This industry is my life. The Georgia film industry feeds my children, and it feeds my dreams, which are two very important things. The film community is a real vital ecosystem. You can make a living in it in an incredible town.
Real jobs, real impact. Support Georgia Films. Visit whygeorgia.com.
The big names.
Jalen does it again.
The big games. The big moments. Hawks A-list matchups happen on Peachtree Sports Network. We're all about the rivalries, the games that come with bragging rights, the ones where Hawks take on the best in the NBA.
Jalen for 3.
Where we show the league.
Drives, floater,
we different. It all goes down right here on Peachtree Sports Network, home of the Hawks A-list. We're here for the walk-offs.
And that'll do it. Start the buses.
The shutouts.
Struck him out.
10 strikeouts for Strider.
The RBI singles, double plays, triple threats.
3-run home run.
The moments that make you nervous and the ones that keep you coming back for more.
As clutch as it gets.
No matter what your favorite Braves moment is, it happens here. Peachtree Sports Network. The Braves play here.
All right, back drive for the GHSA state title brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Kell just taking their time as quarterback picks up another first down.
Another first down. Clock stops.
Yep.
As
they'll wind it up. And they'll be able to take another about 35 seconds off the clock before they run the next play. If you are keeping up with what's going on in college football, Texas up 20-10 over Texas A&M. I think, Fred, if Texas wins that game, Georgia goes to the SEC championship.
Does Texas make the playoffs?
No. I don't think so. I mean, with 3 losses, I mean, this is a big win for them, but I don't see them making, unless, I guess some stuff could happen where they make the playoffs, but they've got 3 losses. I just don't see. If Alabama wins, I don't see Texas having a chance of making the playoffs. Another good run by Kell. They'll take up some more time. Excuse me. Right about 6:34 left. And Kell's just grinding it out. Not any rush.
I tell you, the Cartersville faithful are still in the stands.
Yeah. And congratulations to Cartersville. Purple Hurricanes had a great season. Nothing to hang your head about. Kell just played extremely well.
Still left on this squad, too, for Cartersville. They'll be good for the next couple of years for sure.
Yep. Connor Foster, the head coach over there, a lot of respect for what he has done at Cartersville. Not an easy place to coach. This one will sting a little bit for a little while. All right. And just got the play off, but took about 39 seconds off. And that's another first down. Oh, that's a fumble. And it looks like Cartersville's going to take that back.
I'm telling
for
you,
a touchdown.
Cartersville's not going out without a fight.
No, they're not. Wow. That's not what you want. Zero FG touchdown. Brought to you by Zero FG energy drink. That's a Cartersville. I'll have to look at the replay. It's number 35. Electrifying play of the half presented by IBEW, good friends at local 613. Cartersville gets the touchdown, and like Fred said, they are not quitting yet. So it's going to be 48-21 if this extra point is put through. That's Ramsey roll the extra point, and he's got that through. So it is 48-21. And that extra point was brought to you by Commissioners Tim Eccles and Fitz Johnson. And let's look at the playoff path for Kell. You can shoot that up on the screen. First round, they defeated Hampton 35-14. Second round against Southwest DeKalb, 17-10. Tough game. They're going to, looks like unless something crazy happens, they'll win tonight, and they'll play the winner of Lithonia Creekside, and that has been settled. Creekside shut out Lithonia.
Creekside has shut them out.
Creekside, the #1 team in 4A, so that'll be one semifinal game. And like I said, keep a close eye tomorrow on Score Atlanta's Facebook and X pages and our website, and we'll announce which semifinal game. And the A team will be back. Brandon Adams and Rusty Mansell, who has to be thrilled right now because his Pepperell team is in the semifinals. And Kaylee Mansell and Fred and IJ can go back to their regular jobs. Kickoff presented by Legacy Structures.
We will be home and warm.
Yeah, we will be home and warm is right. I want to thank my daughter, Ashley Carey, who's done a great job tonight. She produces the pre and halftime and post-game, and does a great job. She's been doing it for years. Has been in front of the camera, behind the camera. Love working with her. She is about 4 months away from having my second grandchild from her. I've got another one from the other twin. Scoring summary presented by Breda Best Management. Saw both grandkids yesterday, Fred. A lot of fun, the whole family, and we had a good time. Our oldest, Charlotte, she's a little motor. She doesn't stop.
Listen,
you met her. She's been up in the office before.
All you got to do is say, "Go Dogs," to Charlotte.
Go Dogs. Yeah, old Charlotte. She keeps us on our toes, and of course Benson, our little one, 7, 8 months, little grandson, having a lot of fun with him. It's what the holidays are all about, Fred.
Absolutely.
First down for Kell, as Kell runs the ball up the middle. And again, now it comes down to time, and I give a lot of credit for Cartersville for hanging in there, but there's just not enough time left for them to come back in this game. So it'll be a second down situation. Like I said, Kell doing a really good job of clock management here.
I tell you, it was 2016 since they made the quarters, and 2016 since they made the semis, and they're 5 minutes away from
getting back in the semifinals.
So.
Yep. A lot of history here at Kell High School. Of course, school named after Corky Kell, who will be going into our 35th year of the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic in August. We hope to announce the full 11-game schedule and where those games will be played on Friday night at our semifinal game. Yours truly has been working on that for like the last 60 days, which hadn't been easy, especially with all the classification changes and the region changes and the power rankings and everything. As Kell will have a third down in about 7 here as the clock hits 4:20 left in the fourth quarter. Try for the GHSA state title. Brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. I want to thank all our sponsors. They've been very, very good to us, and we appreciate it. All right, Kell takes the ball up the middle. It'll be fourth down. I'm thinking that Kell will probably go for it on fourth down here. Try to get as much time off the clock as possible.
You're running the clock.
Yep. Got a lot of people to thank tonight. Producer Michael Simmons, who's in for Roddy White tonight, does a fantastic job. Got Ed Harden and just the whole crew has just done a great job. Of course, I pointed out Ashley Carey, who produces all our shows. Pre-game. All right, let's do that Breda read in the fourth quarter. No matter the season, no matter your pest issue, Breda Pest Management will protect your home inside and out from bugs, termites, wildlife, and mosquitoes. Breda is proud to sponsor Georgia High School athletics. Get started at BredaPest.com. And again, want to thank all our people here. I know our camera guys are frozen, half frozen, and doing a great job tonight. Again, Michael Simmons producing and doing a really good job with the crew. And appreciate everybody spending their Friday holiday night with us. It's been an interesting game.
It has.
I want to thank you, Fred, for coming out and doing your first game.
No, I appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Trust me.
Appreciate
love having you at
me.
Score Atlanta.
Ashley sent that text to me today and didn't know what to say.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion on who was going to do your role tonight.
But no, this was fun here.
I appreciate you coming out.
You know, good game, great game. And
it's high school football.
It is. A cold night, but
all
this
right,
is what
quick
it is.
kick. A smart play. It's going to be a fair catch by Cartersville. As we've got about 3:49 left in the game. 48-21 Kell. They'll play Creekside next week in the GHSA state semifinals. We'll have all the scores, including an interview with Bobby May and the player of the game. I think you pretty much know who the player of the game is going to be.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Mooney Gibson.
Wearing number 0 on offense.
Yep. And then we'll head back to the studio where Craig Sager, Hayden, and Max, and Graham, and the entire Score Atlanta crew will get you updated on all the scores and all the brackets. Of course, we're going to have to wait until Monday to see what happens with Gainesville and when they will play Langston Hughes. That is the one game, Fred, that's not being played tonight. And, you know, I just keep my fingers crossed that just doesn't cause a lot of problems, because it's really not fair for Langston Hughes to be put in a situation like this. But this is where it's at. And, you know, the GHSA has appealed this court decision up in Gainesville, and we'll see Monday what happens with that.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's just been layers to that. And when you think it's over and hear something else going on with it, so it'll be good to just kind of get it over with.
Replay first down.
And as our producer just pointed out to me, Rome, of course, lost the Corky Kell game to Creekside. Creekside came back. That's really when they started, you know, their role. And now they're going to have to wait and see who they play between Gainesville and Langston Hughes. Of course, Rome, good friends up there. We'll bring the Elite Classic back up there at the end of December. That's a long throw. That's going to be overthrown by Russell Cartersville.
Great coverage there by R.J. Tyson.
Kell's done everything right tonight, period. I mean, they really have. They deserve to walk off this field as winners, and as Fred pointed out, they'll be in the semifinals for the first time since 2016. Always been a big fan of this school. They always do things right. Bobby May coming over from Westlake, where he did a great job, gets Kell back to the semifinals.
Coach May got his 75th career win last Friday.
And they will face a very tough opponent in Creekside. And that game, I think, is at Creekside.
It is. You know, Creekside's rolling on all cylinders right now.
Yeah. So that should be interesting. But I'll tell you what, the way Kell's played tonight, they could beat anybody. I don't care what classification they're in. So
this is the Kell.
All right, so we've got our Gordos. Of course, Gordos, good friend of Score Atlanta and the Corky Kell, and Friday night games, the fan section of the game, presented by Gordos. That's
look a little chilly up there.
Yeah, chilly Kell fans in Section C, right below us.
They look a little chilly.
Yep. All right, third down for Cartersville. See what happens here.
Little screen play.
Yep, little screen play. It's going to be a first down. He got the first down. You get the first down, Fred? Looked like he got.
Looks like he got the first.
Yep.
No, it looks like he's short.
A little bit short.
Yep.
There's a penalty on the field. Looks like it was thrown downfield, though. Let's see what happens here. I think that's probably going to be on Kell. Let's see.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer on the defense. 15 yards.
So roughing the passer. So Cartersville will get the first down on that. So it'll be first down. 3:22 left in our quarterfinal game here at Kell High School. Kell all over Cartersville right now, 48-21. Do want to congratulate Cartersville on an undefeated regular season and really rolled through the first two rounds of the playoffs. But tonight, Kell has just, and that's going to be an interception. That's going to be a deflection and an interception.
That'll do it right there, RJ.
And that, my friends, will do it. Let's watch the replay here. Russell throws. It's deflected and caught. And
that is by Charlotte commit right there, Mikey. Number 1, headed to Charlotte. I think he's signing early on Wednesday.
Yeah, and of course, Wednesday we'll have a 2-hour show on early signing day. And that, my friends, will pretty much wrap it up for Kell, as they'll probably be able to run most of the 3:10 left off the clock to finish this game. It's been a great season, Fred. We've got another game left. We'll do the semifinals. Then state championships will be done by Georgia Public Broadcasting, as they always do a good job. That'll be at Mercedes-Benz on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the second week in December. but we've got a lot of football left before then.
Including the team that's possibly going to play 2 games next week.
That's right. Be interesting to see what happens, what the court decides and what GHSA decides. A lot of decisions. He goes down. Is he still in the game?
Yeah. Mooney is still grinding out yards right now.
He's had a great game. He'll be our MVP. We'll present that to him after this game.
Looks like we got a player down with a cramp over here.
Yep. As the clock continues to run, Kell will move on to the next round against Creekside. And like I said, stay tuned because we got a lot more for you. And we'll have a good full hour on Atlanta News First and the Peachtree Sports Network to give you all the scores and all the bracket busters and who's going to play next week and this and that, as Kell is going to call time out right before they were flagged. So we're going to stay right here and finish this one up. Again, thanks to
Kell,
Michael Simmons, who's done a great job of producing our game tonight. He's done it several times this season. Stepped in for Roddy White, who we traded off tonight, let him go do the Georgia Tech game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But Michael's done a fine job. Ed Harden, Ashley Carey, the whole crew, the whole season from the first game of Corky Kell has just done a fantastic job. It's not easy. They get out here early to get set up. Usually either very hot. Tonight it's very cold. They break everything down after the game, get the truck ready for next week. Like I said, we'll announce which game we'll do. I'll probably make that decision with Rusty Mansell in the next couple of hours. We'll get it out on social media so you can see what semifinal game we will have next week. I want to thank Georgia Construction Careers.com. They've been our title sponsor for the last 3 years for our Friday night games. We appreciate Kenny Mullins and just everyone. Randy Beal and Steve Langley of Smart. There's Jason on camera. He's frozen.
He is frozen.
He's using one hand. The other hand's frozen. All right. Back to action here. 2nd and 6 for Kell. Assume they'll just run it straight up the middle. Yep. Cartersville still doing what they need to walk off the field with their heads up. 48-21 right now. Kell over Cartersville. Got the Georgia Elite Classic coming up on the 26th, 27th, and 28th. On the 27th, we'll have our flag games and our 7th and 8th grade games. And then we'll have all 4 of our high school games the next night. We'll have 700 kids, 700 of the best kids in the state that will come up to Barron Stadium in Rome. And we'll house them, feed them, transport them, put them in jerseys, beanies.
And those games will be televised.
Yep. All 8 of those games will be televised. Including the flag games. Excited about flag football. Of course, flag will wrap up their regular season in the next 10 days, and they'll get ready for the state. They'll play their playoffs are very quick.
I think they kick off December 4th on the first and second round.
They first and second round, then they'll do their third and semifinals, and then they'll do the state championships with the football players at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 1:24 left as Cartersville calls the timeout there, I'm sure, to get some younger kids in the game, so get them some experience for next season. Again, Cartersville, just a fabulous undefeated regular season. First 2 rounds of the playoffs, I think both shutouts, correct?
Yes.
They're both shutouts, yeah. Scored almost 100 points.
Yeah, putting up a lot of points. And, somebody has to lose. And you hated to be on that end. But, I mean, the game planning that Kell had on both sides of the ball proved to be huge tonight.
Yeah, Bobby May and his staff, a lot of credit has to go to them tonight. We were fortunate that they sat to our left in the booth. Got a good chance to see how they run their program, and they do a fantastic job here. They always have. Bobby May getting Kell back to the semifinals for the first time since 2016. I know the school will be excited. Starting Monday, they got a big game coming up against the #1 ranked team in 4A, and that'll be Creekside. That game will be at Creekside. That'll be one of the games that we consider. We don't typically do teams back-to-back on TV, but we'll certainly consider it. And that'll be a little quick kick. I will say this, the punting tonight's been cold. Hadn't been great. Yeah, it looks like, let's see if I can see what the score is here. Looks like Texas is up 27-17 now. And Texas A&M's got the ball back. So like I said, it looks like Texas is going to win that game. And if they do, then Alabama wins their game. Then Alabama and Georgia will play again in the SEC championship. Something that we've seen quite a lot of, but something that, at least for myself and others that either follow or went to Bama or Georgia, including both my daughters, will be excited about. We have a house split, Fred.
Yeah.
In fact, my wife went to Florida. I went to Bama. 2 of the girls went to Georgia. My son played football up north at a small college, but he loves Georgia, so they sort of outnumber us, Fred. My son-in-law went to Bama. My other son-in-law went to Georgia.
That's right.
So we'll all watch the Bama game tomorrow night with the grandkids and end our Thanksgiving holiday weekend on a good note, just like Kell's doing tonight as we are down to 42 seconds left. We've got Landon, who will be handling the post game. She'll talk to Bobby May, and she'll talk to our MVP. It will be Mookie Gibson, number 0.
Huge night. Definitely had over 200 yards total.
Yeah.
Offensively for him tonight. 3 total touchdowns.
And hats off to Landon Knight. She filled some big shoes for Kaylee Mansell. She does a great job. You can catch her every day on our high school program, which is on every day during the week, during the school year, on the Peachtree Sports Network. You can also pick that up on the Atlanta News First app. Craig Sager and Landon and Hayden and Max and Graham, and we've got a big studio down at Score Atlanta in Roswell, and we'll give you all the updates and everything. And like I said, tonight, make sure to stay with us, because we'll have all the final scores and all the brackets and who will play who in the semifinals. We'll try to get, if there is any update on Gainesville, we'll give it to you. And following that is the clock ticks down to 0, and Kell wins a big one.
What a night. What a night for the Kell Longhorns. Congratulations to Cartersville on their season.
So it is Kell 48, Cartersville 21, as both teams will shake hands, and Kell will move on, Fred, to the semifinals against Creekside. And I'll tell you what, Fred, Kell plays like this, Creekside's going to have their hands full.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, they were clicking on all cylinders tonight, both sides of the ball. Great game plan by, Coach May and his staff. So it's going to be very interesting next week. Again, Kell is in the semis for the first time since 2016.
Yep. And again, really want to thank Michael Simmons for doing a fabulous job tonight, producing our game, stepping in for Roddy White. I'm sure we'll see Michael more as we continue to do these games. We just signed a 3-year deal with GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com on Friday night, so we'll definitely be back in 2026 for Corky Kell, which will be our 35th year. And watch for the Corky Kell schedule. We hope to have that next Friday night. And, stay tuned to our Facebook page, Score Atlanta, to our X page. We'll announce which semifinal game we'll do as our drive for the GHSA title continues. Fred, I want to thank you for stepping in tonight. You did a great job.
No, I appreciate it. It was fun. Call your first game. It was fun.
You did a great job. And look, I've been doing a lot of different things for a long time. I know it's not easy to get the call 3 hours before the game, but you did a great job. Of course, Fred does a fabulous job as our project manager at Score Atlanta. A lot of people don't understand Score Atlanta is much more than just a high school company. We're a sports marketing company. Again, I want to thank everybody for a great night. Also want to thank Landon Knight, and we are going to toss to her right now. So good night, everyone. And Landon, it's all yours.
Now I am here with the winning coaches interview presented by the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office. Coach Bobby May, Coach, you knew going into this game you had a challenge ahead of you with this Cartersville team. Your team came out here and played so complete on both sides of the ball. How big of a win is this for your boys tonight?
It's incredible. I'm so proud of them. Guys like Bray, he deserves this so much. They came out on fire and, dominated really from start to finish.
And, Coach, you have to take these games week by week in the playoffs, but looking ahead, your team will face Creekside in the semifinals. What is it going to take to secure this win and potentially make it to the state championship?
We got to play inspired football, and we got to play to the best of our ability. They knocked us out last year, so we owe them a little bit, but they're a great team, and, they're well coached, so we just got to get after it.
Well, congratulations on this big win tonight. Now I am here with the Robbie Hunter MVP, Braden Rouse, a wide receiver and linebacker here at Kell. Braden, first we're going to have you sign our MVP game ball and practice your autograph. Braden, it seems like on every drive, offense and defense, your name was called tonight. Just talk about how you manage playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah, first off, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Him giving me the ability to just be out here and just be able to function today was huge, and I used his strength. And I just want to give credit to everybody else. I cannot do this without my team. And all my teammates, they played their butts off tonight, and I couldn't have done without them.
And, Braden, just talk about how you're going to keep this momentum rolling into the semifinals next week.
Yeah, we're definitely going to keep the momentum. We don't really have too much to think about tomorrow. Next week, we got Creekside at home. And we got to get back with them.
And, Braden, being a senior leader, just seeing what your team was able to do tonight, so dominant on both sides of the ball, just talk about what the success has meant this season overall.
It's meant a lot. It's something that hasn't been done at Kell in a while, and it just feels good doing it with these brothers. Everybody's bought in this year. We have great leadership, and the coaches have really bought in, and just proud of everybody.
Again, that was Braden Rouse. Congratulations on this huge win tonight. We'll be right back after this short break.
Is the power off on this?
I don't know. Just take it off.
Safety violation. Unsafe work conditions.
In the construction trades unions, safety is our highest priority, and we train you to recognize and speak out on unsafe working conditions so that everyone arrives and goes home safely. Learn about careers in construction at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Our defensive player of the game, Jacob Carroll. Jacob, you play both sides of the ball. Just talk about what it's been like to be a leader on both sides of the ball this season.
It's been wonderful, Yeah, it's been wonderful, Just playing with the guys. I just want to thank the man above first. You know what I'm saying? I got family, all the brothers right here. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, we coming. That's all I got to say. We coming.
And, Jacob, your defense has been lights out all season. What has it been like to see so much success on the defensive side of the ball this year?
It's been great. We've been working all year, so to show it, to see it really, show actually on the field, it feels great. We've been working all the whole summer, the whole year, so it feels great. It's a great experience. That's all I got to say.
Well, congratulations on this big win tonight. Now I am here. We'll be right back after this short break.
You'll still have common days. Get caught in traffic during your commute. Overthink a text message. Get a song stuck in your head. This is not one of those days. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
What happens after you graduate? Will you go to the next level? Will people have your back in the heat of battle? Will you still train like a champion in the pursuit of greatness? You will when you become an IBEW electrical worker. Join our team. Visit IBEW613.org.
You may know Tidal Wave Auto Spa as the world's greatest car wash, but did you know Tidal Wave also has the easiest fundraiser? So easy, our mascots think they can do anything, like making the big play on the big stage. Okay, maybe just a dream, but it is a super easy fundraiser. Just sell wash tickets and watch the money come